Alright, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shane. That's Shane's Games, and tonight we're going to be playing Moebius Empire Rising for the PC. This will be our first time playing it, so if you're just joining us, you haven't missed a thing. But if you'd like to check out some of the games I've played in the past, be them obscure, unusual, or nostalgic, feel free to check out my YouTube channel. Let's see, I've been chatting with all the screaming right there. So I thought it was already falling, so I had to fix that. Well, welcome in. I appreciate having you with us. Alright, so I did turn down the audio a little bit for this, but I'll have to manually turn it up in a second, which is rude, but that's where we're at. Why is it so loud? So the title screen and the cinematics in the game do not respect the audio sliders. So I got the audio balance perfectly right for gameplay, but there's nothing I can do to change it here. So, as I said, this is made by Jane Jensen, one of my favorite adventure game creators. She made Gabriel Knight 1, 2, and 3, as well as Grey Matter, another game we've played before. This is currently, and possibly forever, the final game that she both wrote and directed because she got out of the games industry now. But I'm looking to get into it. Yes, Chanenan, you spotted it. Just like Gabriel Knight 3, this game has an intro comic, which they expect you to read before starting the game. And just like in Gabriel Knight 3, is it good? I mean, it doesn't have the horse, but it... You know what, I can't possibly spoil this thing. Let's just read the intro comic. Let's just do this thing. South Africa, 1987. 10 more minutes, children. Do your best. Test was easy. I'm bored. Ouch! You should make needles that don't hurt. Maybe you'll grow up and invent one, eh? Malachi Rector 1000322, test results IQ 175, frontal lobe analysis, left cortex 80%, right cortex 20%. So it seems like they're doing some sort of tests on his blood for how intelligent he is, I guess. Enjoying your books, Kai? You're such a good boy. I'm going for a walk. I'll be back in a little while. Okay, Mummy. Logic 99.9 percentile. Memory 99.5 percentile. 2 hours later, I have to go before I'm missed. Next week, your husband is a fool. We're all fools. So she's leaving the house apparently to cheat on her husband. And then I want you to follow along here. I need you all to follow along with the action here so we're all on the same page. So she's taking care of her kid. And then she says, I have to go. And then she goes to be with her, secret lover out somewhere. Like, you can see she's outside here. But she's just going out to hang out with her secret lover there. And then she's heading back to the house. There's her house. There's her secret lover. There's her. Are you with me so far? And then he hears a scream inside, and he's like, oh no, what was that scream I heard outside? Oh, so then that happened, is what happened next, and let's oh, there we go, so that's happening now, because, that's what happens in South Africa, sometimes you just get eaten by lions. Happens all the time, literally a daily occurrence in South Africa. Do not absolutely Google what the rate of lion attacks in South Africa are. I'm sure it's lies, whatever it is. Totally a daily happening in South Africa, I promise you. Kai, stay back! Isabel! Gasp! And there's the actual father right there, Isabel! And he runs outside and then he goes and shoots the lion. Isabel, no! Flagged, code red. Spain, September 2013. We're skipping ahead. Is the lover aware? So we're skipping ahead past the lion murder right there. How foolish I was for not expecting that. This comic makes no sense. What the hell? I feel like this was supposed to be like a 30 pages long, and they're like, we've only got the budget for 6. Alright, just cut out most of it. Nobody will even notice. Just Google the lion rate is 1 lion attack for every person per day. See, that's accurate. That I would believe. Arrived at Perez Villa, Rector. We await your transmission. Senor Rector, your reputation precedes you. I hear you have an exquisite eye. You're going to love this piece. It's magnificent. A treasure eye. May I see the chest now? Of course, it's upstairs, this way. Here she is, guaranteed genuine. I have the documents for it, of course. Worth more than the €2 million asking price. It was crafted in 1470 and was used for a period of 1 month by Torquemada himself. The chest itself is 17th century, made in Rome. The hinges are rusted, but the front latch isn't. The hinges were taken from a 15th century dresser. The varnish is 16th century, Venetian floor varnish. Ah, and the forgers couldn't resist a bit of contemporary wood glue. This chest is a cobbled mishmash, estimated value $5,000. Thank you, Mr. Rector. Your fee will be deposited immediately. How dare you insult my honor? You're lying! That was all made up! No one can possibly know such things with just one look. No one! Who do you think you are? I think I'm someone who appraises valuables for a living. And that includes jewelry, cubic zirconium, American, green glass, Portugal, 10-karat gold plating over aluminum. Estimated value, $150. Yes! No! Curita, he is a liar! I think then there's some Spanish, which I don't know how to speak. And there's some more Spanish. So there's that. Door slamming. And then, there's some bad dudes coming up to the car. Send GPS coordinates to the nearest hospital now. Just pulls out some brass knuckles that he just happened to have in there. She being mad! That's a good translation, I believe that is correct. Let's see. Centro Medico El Castro, Vigo. Damn it, I told you to hire security. Why don't you listen to me? Malachi? Malachi! And then he gets in a fist fight with the tough guys. That's the comic! That is the intro comic for the game. Alright. So in summary, Malachi, as a small child, got a weird blood test that told his intelligence, which is not a thing you can do with a blood test. And then his cheating mother was eaten by a lion for some reason. And then after that, he went to appraise some relics and was just kind of a jerk about it, and then got his shit beaten. So that's where we're starting today. So let's get into the game, shall we?
You cannot escape from me.
Alright, I hope you liked that intro music right there. Interesting note about the music in this game. The composer for this game is the same composer for Grey Matter and Gabriel Knight 3, and not coincidentally, that composer is Jane Jensen's husband. That's pretty cool. If you like the music for these games, which I certainly do, kudos to him, most definitely. Also, yes, I think the moral of that comic is cheats get eats, which seems like a good catchphrase put on a poster or something, if anybody needs that one. It's a moment in time. It definitely does feel retro right there, which is really interesting. Getting a little angry with the keyboardist, turn that volume down a smidge and stop hammering the keys like you're building a house. I like that phrase. Dr. Wales, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, he composed Grace's theme. Grace's theme is so good. Holy crap. So good. He didn't do Gabriel Knight 1 or 2, though, I don't believe, no, but he did 3. So there is that. Do a chip, you get it! There you go, Gabriel made it work. Chapter 1, Into Your Hands, Venice.
Malachi, you're back.
Just landed.
Are you alright? What did the doctor say?
Lots of bruising, but there's no permanent damage. Don't fuss.
Malachi, you were in the hospital in Spain for a week. A man who evaluates antiques for a living should not have to worry about getting beaten by thugs.
The chest Senor Perez was trying to sell was a fake. It's hardly my fault he took my evaluation badly.
You need to take security on these jobs. Some of these sellers are dangerous people, and you excel at pushing people's buttons.
I'm honest, and that's precisely why my clients hire me. Is there any urgent business?
I have a few things to fill you in on. Let me know when you've had a chance to settle in.
Let's see. Is there a Venice Street in Chicago? Not as far as I know. Not one I've heard of anyway. And also, here's the let's go ahead and get this out of the way. So the main character is named Malachi Rector. And the only type of person that should be named Malachi Rector is the villain in a D&D campaign, because holy crap, that is an incredibly over-the-top name for just anybody. Oh my god. Also sounds like something from a 14-year-old's fanfiction? Possibly? What a name, holy crap. How many times do you think I could do the Rector damn near killed her joke before people get mad? You know a guy named Malachi IRL? Malachi is an actual name. But Malachi Rector, put both of those together, and that's just, it's so over the top. So much. It's so much. Like, Rector, too, by itself, just sounds like somebody heard the church position of Rector, and they're like, that sounds kind of metal. Max Powers, there you go. Neither of those by themselves are all that weird, but you put them together and you've made a weird name right there. Is it too much or just the right amount? I guess we'll have to decide. I'll see how I feel about it at the end of the game. The Rooks, that's her real name, Malachi Rector. Is this game inspired by your life? It's okay, you can tell us. Breaking news, Shadis Games hates everyone named Malachi. No, I do not. I do not. Just this one. Oh, Malcor V? Yeah, there is that Sith world as well. That's a thing. Alright, so what do we got? How to play. Click on tab in the upper right corner to access inventory. Click on any inventory item to make it your active item. Click the eye and then select an item to hear a description of it. Click the magnifying glass and then select an item to see a close-up if there is one. The combined items, select one of the items from the inventory, click the inventory icon, then click the icon, the item you want to combine it with. Click the tab in the upper left to access the in-game menu. Menu button will display the mini menu where you can save and load your game, adjust settings, or return to the main menu. Access Malachi's cell phone using the cell phone icon. A green exclamation point indicates new information is available. You can also press P to display it. The map icon will take you to the main map for the current chapter if there is one. You can also press M. The hotspot icon will display all the hotspots and labels in the current area. You can also press spacebar to show these. And the in-game menu also displays the current chapter and your score, because we're doing that because it's very old school. Alright, let's get into it then. You do a chet, you get et. That's the rules. I'm kind of hoping that later on there's going to be a part in the game where someone mentions they're cheating on their significant other and Malachi just falls apart having lion PTSD. That would be hilarious to me because that's just a weird character trait to have. Anytime I think about cheating, I think about my mother being eaten by a lion inexplicably. Thank you for that, Chris. I appreciate it. Alright, let's have a look around here first, see what we've got.
We're right on 7th Avenue. Excellent visibility and good foot traffic. But most of the walk-ins take one look at the price tags and quietly leave. Fortunately, most of our business comes from private clients.
Then why do you have an excellent location then? Why do you need it? Let's see if we can take a look at his items. So let's see, let's look at prescription pills.
I need to take these or I can get into trouble.
Not going to say what they are, apparently.
My wallet.
Fair enough.
I keep everything worth knowing on my phone.
Alright, what else we got here?
They help with the headaches.
That one I can see it says extra strength aspirin at least. We cannot take a closer look at anything in the inventory though. So nothing we can do there. Let's see. There is a horse right here. Let's take a look at the horse sculpture.
A gilded Jerome figurine. Quite rare.
Take your word for it.
Sometimes our customers bring in items for my appraisal. They're kept tucked away behind the screen so no one tries to buy them.
Yeah, you leave the customers the very expensive items near the front of the store. That's for safety, I think. The lion was me all along. God, if the lion comes back, I'm gonna die.
Is there anything in the alcove that urgently needs my appraisal?
Not at the moment, no.
Alright, nothing we actually need to take care of back there. What else have we got in here?
All of our items are one of a kind and in excellent condition. I do have a reputation to maintain.
I guess. Alright, nothing more to see over there.
The objects in those security boxes are especially valuable. Gretchen gets them down if a serious buyer is interested.
The good stuff up there, gotcha.
A chinois clock. They usually don't last long in the store.
Of course, clocks are the hot item, I imagine. This does sound like Gabriel Knight background music. It's the same composer as Gabriel Knight 3, who is also Jane Jensen's husband. Interestingly enough. Welcome in, Wobbin. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. Let's see. Too bad stores never come with areas towards the back, behind a closed door that could possibly be used for storage. No, that'd be crazy. Why would anyone do that?
That cornucopia is made of solid gold.
That's audacious.
That cabinet is worth a bloody fortune. It's utterly unique.
Alright, I'll take your word for that too. Let's see.
Gretchen's desk is more cosmetic than functional. She does most of her work on a tablet.
I can see her using right there.
My suitcase. I can't forget I have my passport in the pocket.
Let's go take care of that now then.
I'll take my passport with me.
Alright, and I got 2 points! Let's take a look at that.
My passport.
Nothing else to see there, I suppose. Alright. Let's talk to her then.
Gretchen Stern, my shop manager. She's efficient and intelligent, very good at what she does. Unfortunately, she can act overly familiar at times. I don't need mothering, or girlfriending, or anything for that matter.
She keeps trying to be nice to me and help me out with things. And, is what I'm hearing there.
We should catch up on what's been going on while I was away.
Let's do it.
Minus 14 points for having to put a passport in a suitcase. You've got a suit on. I'm sure it's got interior pockets. Put your passport in there. 2 points for the smart guy.
So what's the next assignment?
You just got here. You probably haven't even been to your penthouse yet.
That wasn't the question.
Fine. There's a supposedly undiscovered Rembrandt in Rome for Sotheby's, and 2 pieces in Egypt for Rutherford's.
Take them both.
Malachi, you just got out of the hospital. You should let your body rest, at least long enough to get used to a time zone.
With the economy in the gutter, there are a lot of desperate people right now. Desperate enough to sell Grandma's Harrington or create a good forgery. I might as well make the money while I can.
You're driving yourself too hard. Your body needs...
What my body needs is no concern of yours.
No. Thanks for reminding me. There was also a new client who called. Something about a government contract.
Let's see. Siamese, welcome in. How are you doing today, Siamese?
You said in your email that you've been looking into security options?
I made a list of the reputable security agencies in New York. You should have a bodyguard travel with you. With the money you earn on these assignments, you can afford it.
No, they'd only get in the way and be tiresome. I prefer to travel alone.
Fine. There are other options.
He's a lone wolf, man. He can't be tied down. I'm definitely not desperately lonely and not in any way sad. That's exactly what I'm hearing right there. Ooh, nice. Still enjoying it then, Siamese? I gotta check that out sometime myself. Yeah, who worries about the health of their employer? That's crazy. No one should do that.
Who is this new client?
Amble Dexter, 452 Central Park West. He wouldn't say what it was about, just that he needed someone with your expertise.
If you wouldn't even say what it's about, then it's not worth my time following up.
Well, it is a very upscale address, but do as you please.
Arguments, I would love if that's an actual plot point. Like, I just want him at some point to just, like, flip his hair and be like, I can never be with anyone. Everyone I love is eaten by lions. Please let that conversation happen, please. Please, I need this desperately. Did you beat the Dead Space DLC already? Yes, it was only about an hour and 15 minutes. It was pretty short, yeah. So we've completely beaten Dead Space 3 now. Let's see, if you know if they made the employees inherit the company, then the owner dies, they would probably treat the employees better. You know, there is that as well. That is another villain name, holy crap.
What other options do you have for security?
I've been researching security agencies in various international cities. I can set someone up when you travel, have them meet you at the airport.
I can't trust someone I've just met. How could I be sure they weren't already bought off?
These are reputable agencies. You have to get over your trust issues.
How about you have somebody with security travel with you at all times? No, that's irritating. What's your next option? How about you only have them travel with you some of the time? How could I trust someone I just met? Are we just glossing over his lack of South African accent? I was assuming that the trauma of seeing his mother eaten by a lion on his front porch just sort of knocked that out of him, but that is definitely something we should be bringing up, because South African accents are extremely distinct. And the fact he doesn't even have a hint of one. Why is he super British? Why is he from South Africa, living in the United States with a super duper British accent? That's a good question. Let's see. Punisher, welcome in. How are you doing today, Punisher? Hope you're doing good. He'd be lying if he wasn't immediately suspicious.
No other brilliant ideas about security?
I have a report on where to buy guns in various countries. It's not a very good option, but it's better than going into a bad situation unarmed. And maybe the mere presence of a gun will remind you not to shoot off your mouth.
Gretchen.
I mean, give your fascinating opinion quite so freely.
All right. Maybe we'll try that next time.
Guns! Yes, maybe I'll buy guns. Let's see. He's British because he's smart in a video game. It's the law that is kind of how we do things in the United States. Let's see. Finkelroy, thank you for redeeming 15,000 channel points towards a Harvester sequel. I know what you're thinking. You hear names like Malachi Rector. You see bizarre plot twists like guy's mother being eaten by a lion on his front porch for no apparent reason. And you're thinking, you know what would make this better? If there was like 10 times as much of this and they called it Harvester. You, sir, are correct. That would make it better, and it would be wonderful, and I would love it. And that's why we have that goal set up to raise points for Harvester 2. And where are we at on that? Well, last time I checked, those points are actually worthless, so the accumulation of them in total is also worthless, and your points are gone now, wasted for no good reason. But thank you for doing it nonetheless, I appreciate that. Let's see, took place in AC Valhalla's current festival. Nice, nice, congrats, Punisher. You gotta sound like Wilkes from District 9. Oh my god, that was a heavy accent right there. Guns. Lots of guns. Is he just putting on the accent for his client? His client's not here. This is his employee. He's got no reason to be putting on airs right now. She did it, shit! She got it! We're so close now, Finkelroy. We're so close. Alright, can we go to the back office, or are we going to say goodbye first?
That's all for now.
Very well.
Alright, can we go to the back office? Wow! Let's see. From Amble Dexter. That is...
How did he know I was in Manhattan? And how did he get my cell phone number?
Oh! Didn't they say Venice at the beginning? Alright, so apparently when they said Venice, they meant Manhattan. So, that's super clear. Drav, welcome in. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good, Punisher. Thanks for asking. Let's see. I see you are in Manhattan. Please come at your earliest convenience. I will make it worth your while. 452 Central Park West. Present passport to security. Amble Dexter. What kind of a name is Amble Dexter? Is he ambidextrous? I would imagine. It's all I can think of when I hear that every time. That is a cool phone interface, at least. I do like that. Let's see, what do we got here? We've got Amble Dexter, who's an interesting looking guy. And Professor Reed is that guy who got him his last job. We saw him in the mini comic a little bit. Walks on the left all the time. There you go. Let's see. Yet no Broken Sword so far. We're gonna get to Broken Sword, I promise you. I have to decide whether I want to play the original Broken Sword or the remake, though. I haven't decided yet. I've heard good and bad things about both. The most pseudo of names I've ever seen. That's got to be a fake name, please. Then again, we've got Malachi Rector here as well. Dr. Belvin, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. What else have we got in here? Topics. Amble Dexter. All right, interesting. What else do we have in here? We can just dial a phone number. So there's the contacts. We got text messages. Warning, this is the hint system. If you enter this, your hints will be turned on for the game. Alright. So there's the hint system, the note-taking thing. Projects, I don't know what that is yet. And then we've got web search. Alright, cool, cool. That is kind of a cool little interface in the game. I like that. Realize you need to invest in your skill trees? Well, good luck with that, Dr. Belvin. Alright, let's look around here. This incredibly fancy office. Also, this seems like a good place to store customers' stuff, but, you know, what do I know?
I find it best to have my clients associate me with interesting but unusual finds. The artwork is all chosen for that purpose, and I change it every few months.
Why is this guy talking about how he should make money right now when he's clearly just mind-blowingly rich?
Dogon masks from Molly. Fine china from the early 19th century.
Extremely mind-blowingly rich.
The couch is for the rare times I have a client visit me here. No, thank you.
Oh, he doesn't want to sit down. Played Skyrim and rushed through the Companions and Thieves Guild. Oh, good deal, Dr. Belvin, making good progress. Can he trust the cleaning staff? There's no way he lets cleaning staff in here. Number one, he'd be so much of a jerk they'd quit. Number two, he wouldn't trust them. No one can be trusted. Lions.
In case I have visitors, as unlikely as that may be.
I can't imagine why it would be super unlikely that you'd have visitors. You seem so friendly and fun, Malachi!
I keep some of my favorite objects in my office. That doesn't mean I wouldn't part with them for the right price.
Just to make it clear, he loves money.
It's an original sculpture by an upcoming artist. It should be a good return on investment someday.
The desk is backwards! Why does it have the drawers on this side? You know, I actually might have a decent explanation for that. It's possible he'd be willing to sell that too. In which case you want to showcase it, maybe. But still, that's what... That is really ridiculous, it is. Good catch there, Rin. Fantastic catch. I guess it could be posh Nintendo. That's a good thought as well. I hadn't considered that. Yeah, he sounds like he likes to hear himself talk, which honestly makes for a good adventure game protagonist. There is that.
The desk looks good and is functional, but it doesn't have a particularly interesting history.
Oh, so there's no reason for it to be backwards. Cool. Alright, what's on the desk? We've got a newspaper here. Is it called The Printed? Who would name a newspaper The Printed?
The bleak economy seems to be all the newspapers can talk about these days.
Stock market continues dangerous dive. The New York Stock Exchange closed at another dangerous low yesterday, and speculations for today are not favorable. Experts are already saying that if things don't turn around, this could lead to another Great Depression era. All eyes are on the White House and demanding both answers and a strong financial plan to ensure this crisis is halted and contained before it can gain real ground. Also up above, you got a European economic collapse by 2014. Echoing the United States' own precarious economic situation, Europe is in similar dire straits. The value of the euro has been declining in parallel with the dollar since early this year, and the closing of two major banks in the last 6 months has led experts to declare that a collapse is inevitable in the coming year. Gotta buy more gold! Oh god! Yeah, Chad is tearing this guy a new one, but also he's very ridiculous, so there's that. Play Broken Sword twice for both versions. Some puzzles are better than the original, but the director's cut expands the story. I don't want to play it twice though. I got so many adventure games to play already. And we got a letter here as well from a guy named Giuseppe Barozzi in actual Venice.
It's a letter from Mr. Barozzi, an antique dealer in Venice. He has a brilliant eye for interesting pieces. He's a little quaint. He insists on sending snail mail.
Dear Mr. Rector, I hope this letter finds you and your shop in good health and good fortune. Recently, a unique figure has come into my hand, which I think will be of interest to you, though I'm not certain of its origins. I believe it may be Celtic. I hope you're able to come by the next time you're in Venice to take a look. I'll keep it set aside for the time being. Sincerely, Giuseppe Barozzi. Alright. Interesting. How do we get out of here? How do we get out of here? Escape? No?
I'd like to see what Barozzi's found. Perhaps I'll be passing through Venice sometime soon.
Oh, there's an exit button right here. There we go. Alright, anything else to see here? And he just popped some pills. I didn't do that. Yeah, the trading floors have not been that filled in a very long time, which is very weird. Sure, focusing on the tiny clues, you can tell this game's gonna go real well.
I don't use my computer like I used to. Everything is on my phone these days.
Man, I feel that.
I'd rather use my phone.
Alright, fair enough. I think that's everything to see in here as well. Alright, let's head outside and see where we want to go next.
I'm going to go see Mr. Dexter.
Good. But tell him you can't travel anywhere for a few weeks.
I'll do nothing of the sort.
Good luck.
Alright. Let's go talk to Mr. Amble Dexter. Amble Dexter. Amble Dexter.
FITA. That must be the logo of this company or agency or whatever it is.
Never heard of that one before. Tutorial. Malachi can analyze objects and people to learn more about them. Each icon highlights a point of interest. Click on one to see the data point. Select from the list of possible deductions based on what Malachi sees. Ooh, interesting. Kind of like a Sherlock Holmes type thing here. Let's see, Australis, welcome in. How are you doing today? You think he's ambling around? I imagine that's all he does. Starburst. Deals with space? Sure. FITA. Government agency, maybe? Let's see, Moebius strip. Deals with infinity? Or repetition? And round logo. Implied tie to NASA logo, maybe? Possibly. Let's see. Click finish after making all your choices to see Malachi's final analysis. This is a government agency that has to do with space. Role of the Moebius strip unclear. Assuming I got all those right.
That man is not your average security guard. He looks serious. I'm here to see Amble Dexter.
Your passport, please, sir.
Here's my passport.
Welcome, Mr. Rector. You can go through to Mr. Dexter's office. Use the elevator, sir.
Thank you.
Ah, Mr. Rector. What a pleasure to finally meet you. I've heard about your remarkable talents.
Which I presume you'd like to rent in the near future.
Precisely. Please, come in and sit down. This is Mr. Reichart, my associate.
Mr. Rector?
Hello.
Before we discuss the job that we have in mind, I hope you won't object to a simple exercise.
Oh? I'm afraid I left my performing monkey hat at home.
Please don't take it like that. I think as a historian, you'll find it quite fascinating.
I'll think about it.
Alright, so the guy wants to give him a job interview. I think that's more or less reasonable. Yeah, what is up with that logo? Tell me that's not a supervillain logo right there. That is some supervillain shit, most definitely.
That photograph certainly helps one keep an eye on the big picture. I wonder if that's why Dexter has it there.
Possibly.
That button operates the doors.
Alright, what else have we got in here? Let's keep looking around.
A couch and coffee table for less formal meetings, I suppose. Clearly, that's not this one.
That logo is as subtle as a brick through a plate glass window, seriously.
A couch and coffee table for...
Oh, we already saw that. Yeah, this is a good start. How are you doing today, Blackrock? Hope everything is well with you.
Dexter's desk is designed for easy wheelchair access, but it's much like any other beyond that. He keeps it tidy.
Yeah, not much to see on there. Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it.
That's an interesting quote. Must have particular significance to Dexter.
Presumably.
The flag bears the logo I saw in the lobby with the initials FITA. What does it stand for?
It's a very good question.
Dexter has an impressive view.
Michael Reichert.
Reichart looks like the agency type, a ruthless little paperworm. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Paperworm? I've heard paper pusher, I've heard worm, I've never heard those combined before. It kind of has an Oval Office vibe to it, doesn't it? Playing New Vegas for the 100th time, as long as you're enjoying it, that's the important thing. First person yelled Malachi gets a sub, excellent, go for it. Let's see, can we talk to him?
Dexter is the man in charge. I'll address myself to him.
Sounds reasonable.
Amble Dexter. He appears to run this place, whatever this place is.
Amble Dexter. Let's see if we can put together some stuff about him. Sharp gaze. Highly intelligent. Steady hands. Calm leader. Runs agency from wheelchair. Highly determined. Dexter is a highly intelligent, determined man. He appears to be an effective leader. That makes sense to me. Yeah, the worm automatically does add condescension, that's true. Pencil pusher, I think, would be more common. Ooh, Gamma Goomer, you're thinking maybe we're going to see some defenestration today? Excellent, I hope so. Malachi doesn't talk to lackeys. Do hope the upcoming Frogware Sherlock Holmes games is more like Crime and Punishment. I can't wait to play more Sherlock Holmes games. I haven't played any Sherlock games on stream, but I promise you, they're coming. They are coming, and we're going to be playing a lot of them in the future.
What is this exercise you mentioned?
Take a look at this man. Tell me if he reminds you of any specific person in history.
I read objects, not people, and this exercise is illogical.
Humor me, please. I've heard you have a photographic memory and that your knowledge of history is beyond compare. I'm intrigued.
Alright, I'll admit that is a rather strange request. Look at this guy and tell me if he looks like someone from history. Dragon Lady Myth, there you go. How are you doing today, Dragon Lady Myth? How's everything going with you?
I'm not sure what Dexter hopes to gain from this exercise, but I am curious.
And Amplex delivering on the promise right there. Thank you so much for the gift sub to Dragon Lady Myth. Number 59 in the channel. Not playing around with that generosity. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I prefer to work on my phone. I'll scan in the man's bio.
All right. Giuseppe Montesero. Young Italian painter and architect, a promising talent. He died a few years ago when his career was only just beginning. Let's see. Data points. Giuseppe was a talented Italian artist from a young age. Giuseppe became quite a visionary in the field of architecture. His research and work formed the basis for much of today's environmentally friendly or green building design. Giuseppe was hired by the Vatican to implement his green designs on a new building. Giuseppe was known to have many female lovers and was engaged for 5 years to a woman he didn't love. They were never married, and the engagement ended when she died. Giuseppe helped manage his father's business in the early teens and surprisingly excelled at it. Though respected by his peers, Giuseppe did not rise to any great fame or renown in his lifetime, partly due to his early death at the age of 36. Giuseppe had many friends and clients in the church who supported his work. Alright, since he has all the data points, he needs a complete analysis on this person. Please push the Analyze button to continue. So normally we have to gather the data points before we can do that. I feel like there's time travel in this game. I'm not 100% sure where this is going yet. It's very interesting. I'll like to see where this is going. Alright. So we have to narrow it down from the candidates right here. Let's see. Scan through the list and remove candidates who don't match very many data points. Use the minus button to remove a candidate. Narrow candidates down to 3 people who match the most data points. Alright, that's an interesting system right there. So, let's see. Alright, who's this guy right here? Leonardo da Vinci. How many is he in? I see 1. I see 2. He's only in 2 of these, so let's count him out. There we go. Yeah, already this is an interesting puzzle, so we'll see how this is going. Who do we have here? We've got Raphael. Alright, so they are in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, they're in all 7. So we're going to keep them in, definitely. Who do we have here? Bernini, who is in 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a possible keep. We've got Botticelli, who is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who's this guy? Donatello, who is in 1. Just the 1. Let's get rid of him. Who else have we got? We've got Michelangelo, who is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so Michelangelo and Raphael are both staying in, definitely. Who's this guy? Frank Lloyd Wright, who is in 1, 2. Just the 2. Let's get rid of Frank Lloyd Wright. It's Shredder. They're looking for the Ninja Turtles, those bastards. I was thinking that. I'm glad it wasn't just me. We've got literally all the turtles. We do. Alright, who else? Alright, I think we've been through everybody here, so... Who is the other guy I was saying we might want to eliminate? Is this guy, Botticelli? He's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, who's only in 4? Was it this guy? Bernini? He's in 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, he's only in 4. Let's get rid of him next. Alright, so that narrows it down to 3. Botticelli, Michelangelo, and Raphael. Review the data points in the grid, then select the picture of the candidate you think is the best match. Alright, so we got it narrowed down to 3. Now we got to go through here. No Venus, unfortunately, from that one of the live-action movies, I believe. Let's see. So Giuseppe was a talented Italian artist from a young age. Botticelli, many of his works were passed off as his masters when he was training. Michelangelo, as an apprentice, he was paid by a master artist. And Raphael was apprenticed to the age of 8 because of the promise he showed. Alright, so all 3 of them meet that. Let's see. Giuseppe became quite a visionary in the field of architecture. His research formed much of the basis for today's environmentally friendly building design. Botticelli doesn't match. Michelangelo designed tombs, chapels, and libraries that are considered turning points in architectural history. His work was one of the direct inspirations for the Mannerism movement. And Raphael, his work in architecture heavily influenced the end of the Renaissance and the start of the Baroque period. Giuseppe was hired by the Vatican to implement his green designs on a new building. Botticelli doesn't match. Michelangelo hired as an architect to design the dome of the St. Peter's Basilica, and after Raphael's death, he famously painted the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel. Raphael, for a time, was the main architect at St. Peter's Basilica, though much of his work was later discarded in favor of Michelangelo's after his death. Giuseppe was known to have many female lovers and was engaged to 5 years for a woman he didn't love. They were never married, and the engagement ended when she died. Botticelli never wed and expressed a strong aversion to the idea, but suffered from an unrequited love for a married noblewoman. He was buried at her feet at his request. Michelangelo never married and may have had a number of homosexual relationships with younger artists and models. Raphael was once engaged, but his fiancée died after a 6-year engagement. He made many paintings of at least one of his longtime lovers, Margherita Ludi, I believe it's pronounced. Let's see. Giuseppe outmanaged his father's business in his early teens and surprisingly excelled at it. Botticelli, originally trained as a goldsmith by his brother, he made apprentice by age 14, and a number of his early works were attributed to his master rather than to Botticelli. Michelangelo doesn't match. Raphael, at the age of 11, he helped manage his father's workshop, and business improved. Let's see. Though respected by his peers, Giuseppe did not rise to any great fame or renown in his lifetime, partially due to his early death at the age of 36. Botticelli, though he received work from popes in his lifetime, his fame was eclipsed by later Renaissance artists for at least a century following his death. Michelangelo, hailed as the greatest artist of his time, and lived to be 89, so that doesn't really match, I don't think. Raphael, held in high regard by his contemporaries, but had a streak of success cut short by his death at 37, so that doesn't really match either. Giuseppe had many friends and clients in his church that support his work. Botticelli, one of the artists commissioned to work on the paintings of the Sistine Chapel, including Temptation of Christ. And we know both Michelangelo and Raphael match that. Alright. Seems to be the most fitting data points on the guy in the... God damn it. Come for the retro games, save for the steamy backstory. This is really interesting. Teacher adored the Renaissance? Interesting. Alright, so who's the best match out of these ones? So Botticelli, we've got 2 that don't have any data points expressly. And otherwise all of them fit. So he's got 2 that don't match. Michelangelo, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 2 that don't match for Michelangelo. And for Raphael, that one only half matches, I think. That one doesn't totally match. So we've got 1.5 that don't match for Raphael. So I feel like Raphael's probably the best match here. Not a perfect match, definitely, but I think the closest match out of what we got here. None of them were raised by a rat, but were they taught their trade by a rat? We got so many questions here. Alright. Solve Giuseppe Montesero's life is a near identical match to that of Raphael. I wouldn't say near identical, but you know, we'll go with it. Assignment completed. Alright.
Is this a joke?
Not at all. What do you see?
His biography reads like that of Raffaello Sanzio d'Urbino, the 15th century painter better known as Raphael.
You do not disappoint, Mr. Rector. Such a pleasure to finally meet you. Truly, I'm delighted.
Wonderful. Now perhaps we can discuss the job you have for me.
Yeah, seriously, what is this?
I still don't see the point of that exercise. A modern man happens to have a similar life story to a famous painter. What of it?
Indeed. Its relevancy to us needn't concern you. All we ask for is your expertise in making the historical connection.
Well, that's not suspicious at all. Sky, welcome in. How are you doing today, Sky? How's your weekend going?
Do you have a job for me, Mr. Dexter, or not?
I do. The job is in Venice. A young woman of wealth and high birth was murdered there a week ago. Her name was Bianca Cardolo. I'd like you to go to Venice and investigate who she was, and do what you just did so magnificently. See if she reminds you of any historical person. That is all.
I don't investigate deaths. Hire a detective.
We're not looking for her killer, only the facts of her life. A brief biography, if you will. And for you to document any connections you draw to any figure in history. Perhaps there will be none. That's acceptable as well. You get paid $20,000 to $30,000 for your work for the auction houses. I'll pay you $50,000. It should take you no more than a week. What say you, Mr. Rector?
Alright, that's a really weird request. This guy is a guy that deals in antiques. And they want him to go to Venice and see if a recently dead woman has any notable connections to a historical figure? That's kind of super weird. Big Lebowski, oh my god. Let's see, who of us hadn't Googled FIDA before going through those doors? Come on, Victor. I might be interested, I guess.
I might be interested. But first I want to know why you're keen on this particular woman, and what the point is behind these comparisons to people in history.
I'm afraid any further information is classified at a high security level.
Well, we do want to keep playing the game, so...
I'll take the job.
Excellent. I know you won't disappoint me, Mr. Rector. Speak to the guard in the lobby. He'll give you your plane tickets. And Godspeed. I very much look forward to hearing your report when you return from Venice. I'll forward the relevant information about Bianca Cardolo to your phone.
Very well. Goodbye.
What a very weird request. But we know that Malachi loves money, and 50 grand for a
Pass
week's
through
work.
the scanner, sir.
Not bad, not bad. Alright. I think we're done here then. How do we get out of here? Oh, we never looked at the body scanner.
What is this place? It has some serious security measures.
Yeah, that it does.
Elevators are unusual in older buildings like this one. They've put a lot of money into updating this place.
Alright. I think that's all there is to see here, so now... Can we talk to the guard again?
Mr. Dexter said you have plane tickets for me?
Yes, sir. Have a good trip, sir.
Thank you.
There we go.
Looks like I've taken care of everything here. I should head to the airport for my trip to Venice.
Which I assume we're doing automatically. Unless we have airport puzzles we need to take care of next. How do I get out of here? Oh, big exit sign right here. For some reason I thought this was outside of the window. I don't know why I was doing that. Uh-oh. Somebody's spying on our guy. That's a little suspicious. You're just like, no thanks, and everybody goes home. Tomorrow we play Mario Kart. I have seen a couple games like that where if you say no, they're just like, oh, never mind, and then you get game over. Seems like we're being hired by Abstergo to look for potential ancestors of assassins. That would actually be a really cool plot twist, but somehow I don't think so. Can't even see a lion take his picture. The lions, they're not done with him yet. To the airport! Alright. Let's see. I started a dossier on Bianca Cardolo based on the information Dexter sent me. I should start there. Alright. Malachi keeps the info he learns on his phone. Refer to the Bianca Cardolo dossier often to see how her investigation is progressing.
I should call Detective Brunetta.
Alright. Call Brunetta, the detective working on Bianca's case, from the contact section of your cell phone. Alright. Murder most foul. Yeah, yesterday we talked about how the U.S. doesn't have lion bars. Now the entire game is fueled by lions and the lion antique conspiracy. Coincidence? Probably. Let's see. Bianca Cardolo was murdered 1 week ago in her hometown of Venice, Italy. She was found hanging from a canal bridge. Determine if Bianca Cardolo's life was similar to that of any famous woman in history. Murdered at age 21 by hanging.
Some of these could have hundreds of matches, but I'm only considering historic people I think fit the general circumstances.
So we need to get 13 data points instead of 7 this time. But so far we've only got 1. So we'll come back to that later. So right now let's head to... Oh, we've got a new search term.
Nothing. That's extremely odd. It's an unusual name, but there's information on everyone on the internet. Unless it was intentionally scrubbed.
0 hits on the internet for Amble Dexter. Fascinating.
Future Intelligence Technology Agency. What does that mean? Hey, what on earth? I've never had a page deleted while I was viewing it. Very strange.
Also not how browsers work, but alright. Future Intelligence something agency? Interesting, interesting. Alright. Let's get out of there. Let's head to our contact section. And let's phone the detective.
Pronto, Detective Brunetta.
Buongiorno. This is Malachi Rector. I need to speak with you about the death of Bianca Cardolo.
I was told to expect your call. Meet me at 425 Alla Due Colonne. That's the site of the murder.
Thank you. I'll see you there.
I will point out that I am old enough to remember a time when sometimes you'd search for something on Google and you would legitimately get 0 hits. There actually used to be a game based around that. You would try to put in 2 search terms and have it come up with exactly 1 result in Google. With the current algorithm, I don't believe that's actually possible anymore because it expands and gives you so many partial and near adjacent matches. I don't think that'll actually happen anymore, but it used to be a thing we did sometimes. If you were a gigantic nerd like myself. Alright, let's stop in at Barozzi's first, since we wanted to check him out while we were in town. Yeah, Murder Bridge, that's a heck of a name.
Mr. Rector, it's a pleasure to see you. Welcome back to Venice.
Thank you, Signor Barozzi.
Did you come about the figurine? Let me know when you're ready to see it.
Is that Italian Stan Lee? That looks like Italian Stan Lee. I'm glad it's not just me that's seeing that right there. I see there's a protester outside the window, too.
It's a protester. They're thick as flies in the city.
I can see the sign says Dignity for Italy in English for some reason.
I'm not interested in hearing about her politics.
Alright, what else have we got in here? Boat pole?
It looks like a collapsible pole. Perhaps a Venetian boat pole. Interesting piece. I don't have a use for a collapsible boat pole at the moment, but if I need one, I know where to find it.
That'll be for a puzzle later. That is 100% Italian Stanley. I knew it. There's a lion right there. Okay, what does he have to say about it?
I hate lions. Unfortunately, they're very popular in antiques.
Gee, why aren't you a fan of lions, Malachi? Did something happen? Did something happen?
I never buy or sell anything like that.
Even lion statues make him upset. Stan Italy! Oh god, Ashness, that's so good. Welcome in, Ashness. Hope you're doing good.
Genuine Murano glass. They've been making necklaces like this in Venice for centuries. This one is well kept for its age.
Alright, decent looking necklace right there. Let's see, what else have we got around here? Let's keep looking around. Hey, Amplex! Thank you for the gift sub to Ashness right there. Gift sub number 60 in the channel. I really appreciate the generosity. Seriously, that helps a ton. Thank you for that. That was a really good joke, though. What else we got here?
I've seen better, in art and in real life.
Oh, sure, just brag, why don't you, Malachi?
It's not unique enough to get my interest.
Oh, he's so tiring.
Venetian fine china. It's affordable and ever so slightly rare. Good for Barozzi's middle-class clientele.
That's a very backhanded compliment.
Is it a lamp or a blow-up doll?
That was a straight-up insult, though.
I can't think of a client I dislike enough to saddle with that thing.
Wow, dude! I like how it's just labeled Lady Lamp. That's the Lady Lamp.
Those candelabra are interesting. They look like they came from a church. Those wouldn't be big sellers in Manhattan.
Yeah, he's just being so mean to this guy and all of his shit. Why did you even come here if you're gonna be like this, Malachi?
Barozzi is old school, like a lot of antique dealers. He still records his sales on paper.
Wow, can you put some more disdain into the word paper?
I'm not even interested in the sales records from my own shop. That's why I pay Gretchen.
I prefer to just get paid and then not think about things.
His desk isn't old, but it's certainly taken a beating. I wouldn't have it in my shop.
Ugh. Purely functional desk. Disgusting.
Signor Giuseppe Barozzi. I've known him for years. While his stock is usually lower grade, he knows when he's seen something significant, and he calls me. Signor Barozzi, might I have a word?
How can I help you, Mr. Hector?
How is the antique business in Venice these days?
How good can it be with this global recession? Italy is drowning in debt, and the protesters keep even the tourists away. In all honesty, I have never seen conditions so desperate.
Fortunately, there's always a market for luxury items. The rich get richer even in a downturn.
How can you say so? The EU is about to collapse. There are terrible days ahead for everyone.
I don't believe it's as bad as all that. The press love to fearmonger.
I am afraid it is that bad. Unless we can find some brilliant leadership to steer the world out of this mess, things look very black.
Well, I hope I am standing here in a year, and you can tell me you were wrong.
So do I.
Did you know Bianca Cardolo?
Why, yes. That is, I knew who she was. She even came into the shop one time. Her murder is incomprehensible.
I'm looking for information about her.
I didn't know her personally, but I'll tell you what I can. What do you want to know?
Yeah, seriously, Casey, he's like, oh, this recession's terrible, and Malachi's like, I don't care, I'm still rich. Why would I mind? What's the problem there? Welcome in, Broken Crow. How are you doing today? How's everything going? Get some wireframe glasses, guy. Put a little zigzag on his forehead, too.
Tell me about Bianca Cardolo's family.
Well, you know I love Italian history. Her father, Signor Antonio Savoy, is from two of the most noble Italian families, the Savoys and the Capetians. The Savoys, as you know, were the royal family in Italy up until World War II.
Interesting.
Oh, that's another data point. Cool.
Tell me about Bianca Cardolo's husband.
Dante Cardoso. You know, he is from the Capetian family, just like Bianca's father. But they are distant cousins. He was very popular in Venice. He could have gone far in politics. But his support of the EU at any cost has the common people very angry. Only time will tell if his political career survives. If indeed Italy survives.
Thank you for the information.
And that one's another data point. Cool, cool. He does have very pointy shoulders, that is a thing.
Was Bianca Cardolo wealthy?
Oh yes, Both her birth family and her husband's family are extremely wealthy. There's no doubt about that.
I see.
It's none of my business, but why are you interested in Bianca Cardolo?
Her story caught my eye, that's all.
I can't blame you. It is a terrible thing. Oh, Mr. Rector, such a crime does nothing to help the city's morale. We could all use some good news, eh?
If you learn anything new about Bianca Cardolo, please contact me.
Absolutely. I would be happy to.
There's another data point. Cool, cool. They were the royal family, as you, a foreigner, surely know.
I'd like to see the figurine you mentioned in your letter.
See. Here it is. Take all the time you need. I hope you'll find it to your liking. I know your taste is excellent.
We'll see. That's all for now. Thank you.
As you wish.
And he goes to pop some more pills? Interesting. Hey, Shadowland, welcome in. Lucky 13 right there. Thank you so much for 13 months of support. It means a ton. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well today. He said he thought it was a Celtic figure. Let's take a look at it.
An interesting piece, if genuine. I should analyze it.
Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, so, memory bank, interesting. Scroll through the similar images in Malachi's memory bank and choose the closest match. Oh, right here. That's gotta be it. Louis Chessman, 12th century chess piece with exaggerated and glum expressions that appear comical to the modern eye. Alright. It's carrying something like a horn there. Wait, how am I supposed to match this? I have no idea how I would possibly know which one it is. I don't know, sure. Elephant ivory, sorry. Ah, nice. I appreciate that, Shadowland. And what do we got at the bottom? Medieval chess pieces? Does look like a medieval chess piece, I think. Sure, now finish the analysis. Not all matches are correct. Well, obviously it's the material, because I have no idea what I'm supposed to be looking at here. Walrus? How would I know that? Sure, it was walrus. The figure's composition and detailed crafting are consistent with pieces found in the Louis Chessman. It is a genuine match for the set. Alright. Sure. What was the hint you were going to give, Nano? I'm curious. Was it the color? Was that all I was matching? Was color? I'm not sure. It was such just a blurry, low-res picture. And they were showing cross-sections, too, and I'm like, he's holding it side-on. I can't see a cross-section. It's so weird. The shape, you think it might have been? Possibly. Alright, assignment completed. We got that.
The figurine is an excellent find, Senor Baruzzi. It's a 12th century Louis Chessman piece. The British Museum and the Museum of Scotland each have part of the collection, so we might be able to get them to bid against each other. Marvelous. Can I assume our usual split?
Of course. Oh, that is good news. Should I have it sent to your store in Manhattan?
Please do. Oh, and ensure the hell out of it.
Of course. Thank you. I'm not ashamed to say I will be glad for the money.
Alright, cool. Taken care of there. Alright. So I think that's everything we need to see here. And if we go into documents now. So we've got 5 data points for her now. Her family was among the most wealthy in Europe. Her husband was unpopular due to his politics. Husband was descended from the same prestigious bloodline as father. The father was one of the most prestigious Italian bloodlines. Murdered at age 21. Alright, so we're making progress there. I'm going to save too, because I've been kind of trusting that this game has an autosave, but I don't know that. I have absolutely no idea that that's a thing, so let's go ahead and save. And we'll try and remember to save as we're going through it. Oh, it's not completely round, it's not synthetic. Alright, I suppose that matches. It is a really cool chess set, I'll give you that, Lost. I've seen it, pictures of it before, it looks really neat. Alright, I think we're done here then, so let's head back outside. And we promised the detective we will meet at the murder bridge, so let's head over there. Husketeer, good day to you. How are you doing today? Hope all is well with you. Alright, we'll take a look around first, and then we will talk to the detective.
The veins and arteries of Venice. This canal is one of the smaller ones.
I like the water effect, though. Very fancy.
Bianca was hanged from this footbridge. Was it a warning? If so, for whom?
Amplex, thank you for the gift sub to Nanotechnician right there. Super generous. Seriously, this is really cool of you. I appreciate it. Gift sub number 61 in the channel. Thank you for all that. Yeah, why would anybody hang around the murder bridge? That seems like a bad idea.
The police thoroughly swept the bridge for clues, and I don't see anything unusual about it.
Alright, fair enough.
There's nothing I need to access on the other side of that bridge.
Makes sense. Alright, what else we got over here?
That house needs repair. A lot of these Venetian homes have been passed down through generations, and the current owners can't afford the upkeep.
Just here for the murder bridge? I want a t-shirt that says that now. They should sell that here. I'm just here for the murder bridge.
That window looks directly over the bridge.
Ooh, possibly we might have a witness?
I can't reach it. Besides, the door is much more convenient if I really want to get in there.
That's actually true, yeah.
Those homes overlook the canal. You'd think there would have been a witness to Bianca's hanging.
You'd think.
That must be Detective Brunetta. I wonder how Dexter got the Italian police to work with me. There's definitely more to this than Dexter was willing to tell me.
This is true. You want a t-shirt that says pizza will never betray you? That is an amazing quote. Possible channel merch? Someday? Possibly? Let's see if we can make some assumptions about this guy. Red eyes. Working long hours, little sleep? Sure. Bloated stomach. Drinks beer excessively, perhaps. Smoker. High stress job. Well-worn coat. 20 years as a detective. Not all matches are correct. Let's change this to stress-induced acid reflux. There we go. Brunetta has been a detective for around 20 years. His job is usually stressful, but has been even more so in the past week. Meat check! That would be a good bumper sticker too, I think. Where's the Shady What t-shirt? Oh god, is that going to be something people want? It's horrifying. Prickles Champion! There's another good one. We should get some gold bling for that one, personally. I keep seeing ambidextrous every single time. It's such a weird name. Alright, let's go chat with him, see if we can find out. The Golden Pringle.
Are you Detective Brunetta?
That is correct. Mr. Rector?
Yes.
I've been told to answer any questions you have about the death of Bianca Cardolo. I can't say I understand why.
Well, I'm glad to know where you stand, Detective. Let's get started, if you don't mind.
What is that lady creeping around in the background? You guys seeing that? She's right behind my head, but she's being very suspicious.
It's always good to know your source. You won't mind telling me something about yourself?
That depends on what you want to know.
This is a high-profile case, isn't it? You've been working on it around the clock.
That's right. Never lets you go, a case like this. And what is your stake in it, Rector?
I'm not trying to find her killer. I just need information.
And you're a luckier man than I. But if you mean you'll stay out of my way, then I'm glad for it.
That's what I thought he wanted to hear.
You've been a detective for a long time. 20 years at least.
That's right. Someone told you about me?
Your experience is obvious.
I will take that as a compliment.
It wasn't entirely. Husketeer just finished The Ascent. Was an amazing game and fun and co-op. Excellent. Is there going to be more content added when it comes out early access, or is that just it? I'm doing good though. Welcome in.
Do you know the Cardolo family personally?
I'm not a part of that high society, even if I have the time to have a social life, which I don't.
You said you were told to answer my questions. Can I ask by whom?
You don't know?
I'm not in the habit of asking questions I know the answer to.
I was told it came from a mayor's office. You were hired by Signore Cardolo, perhaps?
I can't tell you who hired me.
I see. I suppose I'll just have to keep my guesses to myself.
Tell me about Bianca Cardolo.
She was a popular figure in Venice. Everyone knew her. She was even named the most beautiful woman in the city several years ago. The public wants her killer found, and so do I.
Alright, there's another data point right there. I don't remember where Hannibal Lecter was went to, but that could be interesting as well. Let's see. Oh, you don't think it's an early access title? I thought it was for some reason, but I could be wrong. More content is always nice, though.
Tell me about Bianca Cardolo's murder.
We know she was followed while walking home from a concert. She ran. The killers caught up with her here where we're standing. They hanged her from this bridge.
Sounds familiar. In fact, I read that much in the papers.
I can't read your mind, Mr. Hector. If you have questions, ask them.
She was walking home from a concert alone?
Yes, her husband is a very busy man. As I understand, she often attended artistic events without him.
Was she robbed? Molested?
No, her purse fell into the canal. We retrieved it. Her money and credit cards were all there. Her jewelry was untouched. There were no signs of rape.
So it sounds like murder was the entire intention, interestingly enough. I can only describe this man as severe. He's very intense. Very intense. Alright, so for some reason I thought it was early access. Sorry about that, Husketeer. Thank you for correcting me.
Were there any witnesses?
No one came forward, even after Signor Cardolo put out a personal request.
So somebody could have been spooked into not saying anything. That's possible.
Do you have any leads on the killers?
No. If you want my opinion, such as it is, they were professionals. They left no physical evidence on the bridge or on the body. Even the rope was generic.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like a crime of anger. This sounds like a hit.
Tell me about the Cardolo family.
Dante Cardolo, her husband, is extremely wealthy and a very important man in local politics. Well-respected man, for good reason. Her father, Venetian royalty. It would be difficult to find a more distinguished bloodline anywhere in Italy. This crime has all of Venice in shock, and we have no leads. We haven't found anyone who would want to hurt her.
And yet, someone did.
Yes. If you want my opinion, her family had nothing to do with it. But that begs the question, eh? Who did?
Good question, yeah.
Those are all the questions I have, Detective.
Maybe someday I'll know what this was all about, eh?
I doubt it. Even I don't know what it's all about. But I wish you luck in finding Bianca's killer.
I'll need more than wishes. Arrivederci, Mr. Hector.
Arrivederci.
I don't know, this creeping lady just went back inside there. See if we can get her attention. Little old ladies always have the juicy eyewitness deets.
Pardon, Signora. May I have a word with you?
Yes? What can I do for you?
As I just start walking away for some reason. Where is he going? Oh, we're talking over there, I guess. It's weird. It's extremely strange.
The old woman must own that rundown house. They're a matched set.
That's rude. Malachi insists on talking over here. Is it weird that I'm creating backstories and family trees for both of them? Do it! That's awesome! Alright, Severe hairstyle. Hides drugs in buns. Oh my god. Retired teacher maybe? Sure. Touches neck. Lost her soul jewelry potentially? Threadbare clothes. Low income? And calloused fingers. String musician maybe. The Senora is a retired music teacher with money problems. Interesting.
Yes, Signore. What can I do for you?
Is this your home, Signora? It's lovely.
Ah, grazie. It's been in my family for 4 generations.
I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Malachi Rector.
Buonasera, Signore. I am Caterina Falone.
New search topic, nice.
I noticed that you seem nervous, Signora.
You would be nervous too if unspeakable things happen just outside your front door. I do not wish to talk about it.
I would like to speak with you about the murder, Signora.
No, I'm sorry. I won't speak about that. I already said as much to the police.
But I am not the police. You can talk to me.
I don't know you, Signore. And it is too terrible to talk about. No.
Alright, so we're gonna have to figure out some way to get her to talk, I suppose.
Thank you for speaking with me, Signora.
It was a pleasure to speak with such a fine gentleman. Arrivederci.
Yeah, I don't want to speak about it. I would like to speak to you about it. Don't do it, Shane. She's next. But if she gets information, you know, we just need information. That's all. Let's check the phone here. So, let's try searching her name.
I believe that's a younger photo of Signora Felone, the woman who lives near the site of Bianca's murder.
Does look like a younger photo, certainly.
She's wearing a Venetian Murano glass necklace. I don't recall seeing it on her when we met.
But I have seen a Murano Venetian glass necklace. Could be a thing we could use to convince her to talk to us. Little bit of bribery, maybe. And we're up to 6 data points for Bianca. Ask her if she saw any lions. She'd never tell. She's working for them. Alright, so let us head back to Barozzi's and see if that is the same necklace. That'd be interesting. The thick bloods!
Ah, Mr. Rector. I'm glad you stopped by. Someone was here looking for you.
Oh? Who was that?
It was an Asian woman, middle-aged. She didn't give her name. She came in to inquire about you after your last visit. To be honest, I didn't like her manner, and I told her I didn't know you. I hope I wasn't wrong.
No, she doesn't sound like anyone I know, and I don't care for people knowing my business. Let me know if she bothers you again.
Of course.
Who the heck would be asking about Malachi in Venice? He hasn't even been here that long.
This Venetian necklace looks similar to the one Signora Felone wore in her younger days. I think this one is worth a purchase. I'd like to buy this necklace.
Certainly. Let me get that for you. Shall I put it on your account?
Please.
There you are. You have a good eye, as always, Mr. Rector.
Alright, so that is my active item right now, so good. Let's go see if we can get her to talk now. She heard you talking shit! Oh god! We did talk a lot of shit about that lamp, that is the thing. Alright, so we'll show her the necklace, maybe offer her the necklace? Apparently, because Malachi has, like, infinite money. What it's like to have an account? I don't know, it's gotta be a weird thing. For work once, they did send me to a store where I bought several $1,000s worth of stuff, and I just told the guy put it on my tab, and he just nodded. And I'm like, I've never in my life went into a store with several $1,000s worth of merchandise, just walked out without paying anything. That was the strangest experience for me. Not a world that I live in most of the time. Let's see. War of the Lions? Coincidence? Probably.
Signore Filoni, I was so struck by your elegance during our earlier conversation. I saw this in a shop today, and for some reason had the idea that it must be worn by you and no other.
Oh, Signore, how would you have known, eh? I had a similar necklace that I wore for many years, but recently, well, I was forced to part with it. I shouldn't accept it, but it has been years since I've received tokens from such a handsome young man, eh? How can I refuse? Mille grazie, Signore, thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Just casually seducing old ladies, you know, like you do. It's weird times, Siamese, it really was. Zolidare, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well.
I'm sorry to trouble you with a distressing subject, Signore, but may I ask you about the night of the murder?
I really don't want to talk about that. I'm frightened.
Of course you are. Who wouldn't be? But I'm not the police, and this information is not for the courts. It will stay between you and me.
Well,
A musician like yourself, your ears are very keen.
yes, I heard a scream, as if her mouth was covered by a hand.
You looked out the window. What did you see?
There were two men, all in black. Slender, small.
So not big hulking dudes, interestingly.
Did you see their faces?
No, their heads, their faces. They were covered in black, as if they were in a play. I swear. Oh, perhaps I've been foolish. I should have stayed quiet. I must go. Thank you for the necklace.
Signora,
That's weird. Like stagehands, what the heck? Yeah, just you, me, and the murder bridge. I was waiting for her to say, can we talk about this inside my own home? And Malachi to say, oh no, we don't have the budget to do a scene inside of your house. No, we gotta use the scenes we already got, lady. Goblin ninjas. Interesting. Alright, so I think we're done here then. I'm gonna save again, because once again I haven't actually been saving very often. We'll do a couple of rolling saves too, because why not? Murder bridge save. And then let us go ahead and head to the Cardolo home, see what information we can find out from there. Murdered by the Drama
Come
Club,
in,
of
Mr.
course!
Rector. Please, sit down.
thank you, Signor Cordero. I'm sorry to intrude at a time like this.
I've been asked to speak with you, and that request came directly from the U.S. Embassy.
Impressive.
What interest does the United States have in my wife's murder? Do you think it was a terrorist act? Why would they want to hurt Bianca?
I don't have the answers, Signore. I'm still investigating.
Very well. I've already been over everything with the police a dozen times, but I'll do what I can to help you.
Alright, Shannon, thanks so much for hanging around. I hope it is a wonderful, wonderful buffet and cakes. That sounds like a great time. Thanks for stopping in as always. It has been a pleasure to see you, and we will see you around. Enjoy the Mysticus agency. That's totally benign, totally benign. Totally.
It would help me to know more about you.
Very well.
Was Bianca your first wife?
See, I worked hard all my life, and I'm not ashamed to say I enjoyed my youth. But a man who wishes to accomplish certain things in life needs a wife. Bianca was everything I needed. She had beauty, style, connections. I doubt I will ever find her equal.
Tell me about your work.
I am consigliere of Venice. I used to practice law, but for now my focus is exclusively on politics. Venice is struggling, as is all of Italy. It will take the best of all of us to save her, if we can.
Tell me about Bianca.
What would you like to know?
Did your wife play piano?
No, she was quite musical, but she preferred dance. She was in a classical dance company before we were wed. As for the piano, Bianca loved to entertain, and music was always a part of such evenings.
Let's see, Gamaguma, I'm going to take off, enjoy listening to this taunt, congratulate himself about how wealthy he is. Which one? Seems like most of the characters in here. Take care of yourself, though, Gamaguma. Thanks for stopping by. We will see you around.
How did you meet Bianca?
Bianca's family is one of the most influential in all of Italy. I have known her father for many years. I watched Bianca mature. She was the perfect politician's wife. She loved meeting people and doing philanthropic work. I knew she would make the perfect wife for a man of my ambitions. Fortunately, her father agreed, and I was able to convince her to marry me, even though she was quite young at the time.
All of that sounds very shifty.
How old was Bianca when you married her?
She was 18 and I was 43.
What?
But she was very mature for her age.
Oh, sure.
She knew the life she wanted, and I could give it to her.
Oh, of course, yeah.
She was happy in our marriage, especially once our son came along.
Well then, that's a great big uncomfy right there.
I realize it is difficult to speak ill of the dead, but Bianca must have had some flaws. No one is perfect.
It is a good thing that I, myself, am a man who often has to say things no one wants to hear, because otherwise I would throw you out of the house for that impudence.
As you say, getting to the truth is not always pleasant.
She was a beautiful young woman. She had some insecurities. Never thought she was good enough, perfect enough. Perhaps I should be grateful for that. If she had been more confident, she might never have married me.
I appreciate your honesty, Signore.
I don't think he understands how horrific that sentence is.
Bianca quit dancing after you were married?
Of course. It was hardly appropriate for the wife of a man in my position.
Sure. Of course.
How old was Bianca when she had your son?
It was a year after our marriage. She was 19. Does that have some relevance?
We'll see.
Oh, gee, seems fine. Yeah, that's not the word I'd use. Sleaze is the word that comes to mind here. Sleazy.
I must ask you about Bianca's murder.
If you must.
Do you know who killed Bianca?
No, she was a beautiful and gracious young woman. She had no enemies, nor do I.
Wow, you're a politician with no enemies. That's so unusual.
Tell me about the night it happened.
Bianca wished to attend a concert. She had a number of musician friends from her student days. I declined to go with her. It was nothing important, and I preferred to get some work done. Now I wish I'd never allowed her to go out alone.
You couldn't possibly have known. It's not your fault. I've heard that you have unpopular views. Perhaps someone took offense to them.
Do you think someone would be cruel enough to hang my beautiful young wife because they did not like my politics?
I think people are not very wise and often violent.
I cannot control what madmen think or do.
No one was asking you to?
I'm afraid I must get back to work. In times of fiscal crisis, one is not even allowed the solace of grief. You may stay and look around. I have told the staff that you are free to come and go. You'll find Bianca's bedroom through that door there. And before you ask, the house has plenty of rooms. Bianca liked having her own sanctuary. We were happily married.
I would be the last person to judge such an arrangement. Thank you for your time, Signor Cardolo.
Goodbye.
Oh yeah, Malachi, you're not judgy at all. Not in the slightest. Don't X2, seriously. Politician who claims to speak hard truth with no enemies. Bizarre. Oh yeah, by the way, we were very happy. Just in case you're wondering. Super happy and everything was fine in our marriage. Everything was fine. I will be taking no further questions.
A wedding photo of Bianca and Dante Cardolo. She has a striking figure. What I can see of it around that large bouquet. The sofa and chair are Queen Anne, but they've been reupholstered in red leather. Hideous. I prefer to stand.
Fair enough, fair enough.
The sofa and chair.
Oh, yeah, we did that.
Bianca liked to entertain. I imagine there will be few parties in this room now. At least until Senor Cardolo remarries.
Well, he's assuming he's going to be moving very fast. What do we got here?
White roses. Traditional for funerals and weddings. Appropriate since both are equally tragic.
Oh my god, you're so insufferable!
Sympathy cards for Bianca. That brings home the tragic aspect of all this, doesn't it?
What do we got here?
Sympathy cards for Bianca.
Oh no, can we take a closer look at these?
I've no use for those cards.
Alright. Seriously, you Christensen, so creepy. What else do we got to look at here?
The Cardolo home is on one of the oldest and most prestigious canals in Venice. It's the perfect address for someone with ambition.
I suppose.
Someone must have a love of dance, or bare navels.
Is that a thing?
It doesn't do anything, thank God.
What did you think? Do you think there was a coin slot in the back? What were you expecting there? I don't really know where that was going. Alright, let's head to Bianca's room, see what we can figure out from there. As he pops some more pills. What is he taking those for? They never said. It seems like it might be important.
Dance images and more family photos. Boring.
I guess?
There's a light breeze tonight. Perhaps it's an incoming storm.
That sounds like foreshadowing.
The desk is 19th century, Italian design.
Douche pills, he's gotta keep his levels high. Yeah, that is very creepy, Siamese, it's true. Like, nothing about that is not weird. Alright, what do we got in the desk?
Bianca's planner. It's open to the day she was murdered. She'd written in a concert for that evening, but there's nothing else relevant.
Nothing we didn't already know?
Postage stamps. Do people actually mail things anymore?
You literally got a letter at the start of the game, Malachi.
The notebook looks brand new.
Probably nothing in there then.
Bianca kept some pens in here. No surprise, it is a writing desk. A small desk clock. Worthless.
Except for keeping time, I suppose.
Perfectly ordinary clear tape. Nothing interesting. They look like drawers, but they're decorative. They don't actually open.
Well, that's super dumb.
I recognize that. It's a key slot, probably for a secret drawer.
Ooh.
I need the key. It would be broad and flat.
Alright, secret compartment. I like it. Devious Stewart, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well.
Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting.
No, I guess there's nothing else in here.
Blank envelopes. Nothing interesting.
Alright. I think that's everything in here. So I'll have to remember that key slot because we're probably going to want to get in there at some point. The decorative drawer is my worst enemy. I always pull on them and then I get pissed off because I'm like, why is there even a drawer here if I can't open it?
The stool goes with the bed set. It looks rather useless.
If we're sitting on it, I suppose.
The bench looks like it's been well used. Nothing helpful about it, though. I can't relax in here. Too many reminders of Bianca. What a tragic ending.
Don't pretend you have feelings, Malachi.
Her robe and slippers are still laid out, waiting for Bianca to come home. I wonder how long it will be before someone dares put them away.
In a giant rich people house, they could probably just leave it there forever. Check out the dresser next. You don't believe me? You think something is interesting? Let's go look. Going well so far, DB Stewart. This is an interesting game so far.
That must be Bianca's son. He's young to lose a mother.
Why would you know about that, Malachi? Do you have some history with it? Do you have some history with losing a mother at a young age? Just curious.
It appears to be an old family Bible. Really not my cup of tea.
just wanted to look at it. That's all. See if there's any interesting evidence.
The top drawer of the dresser. Gloves. This is quite an assortment. Not many women wear gloves these days. I wonder what Bianca saw in them. Interesting. This glove is quite large. It would fit my hand.
Very interesting.
These overly large gloves are interesting, but I don't need to take them with me.
How would she have oversized gloves? Kind of weird. More gloves.
Gloves. Interesting.
Huh. Alright, can we open up the lower drawers? We cannot for some reason. Alright, so that's all there is to see there. Yeah, gloves that are too big are super uncomfortable to wear, can confirm.
This bed set is a 19th century reproduction. Expensive, but not valuable, or even in good taste.
Gloves. He does kind of pronounce it like that, which is weird. Do we know if she had giant hands? It didn't look like she did in the painting outside. That's all we've seen so far. Zetrov, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well.
Nearly everything in this room matches. I prefer a more eclectic approach myself.
Alright.
Senor Cardolo said this was Bianca's room, which means I presume that this was not the matrimonial bed.
Yeah, it would be the implication, I suppose. Alright, I think that's everything there is to see in here. We don't really have much to work with from just that. So we know there's a key slot in the desk, but we don't have anything to put in there, unfortunately. We have looked at everything in here, though, so we should be good there. And as far as Bianca's file, we're up to 9 of 13 data points. So we're doing well, but we need to be doing better. Let's see. Blue Lion, good morning to you. How are you doing today? It's hard to find gloves that are a good fit. This is true. Alright. Well, we've been everywhere now.
Hello again, Mr. Rector.
Signore Barozzi.
I'll try talking to Barozzi again, see if he has anything new to say.
I don't have anything new to say to him at the moment.
Apparently not. Alright, that was quick. Probably nothing else to do in here, then. Yeah, my wife had a separate room, so what? We had a super awesome marriage, so what if she can't stay to sleep in the same room? That's not weird. That's not weird. It's not weird. I hope we get something tasty for breakfast, Blue Line. Good morning. The music is really good in this game. The music in most of Jane Jensen's games has been really good. Her husband's a good composer. I will give him that. Alright, so nothing else to do there, I don't think. I should have checked the hotspots, though. Yeah, we've seen everything here. Make sure we got everything outside here. Ah, see, that makes sense, Dragon Lady Myth. That I can completely get. I think in this case it's because there's, even before we heard about that, there was about 100 red flags already, so, you know, combined with everything else, it's very suspicious. Did we actually look at the piano?
Bianca liked to entertain. I imagine.
Did we interact with it?
I don't play.
No, we did not. Alright. If my spouse snored so badly I couldn't get a good night's sleep, I'd be in a different room in a heartbeat. That I understand as well. I completely respect that. Secret hand model, I suppose.
Hello again, Mr. Rector.
Signore Barozzi.
Was there anything I missed in here? We didn't look at the chandelier.
The soft lighting covers a multitude of sins.
Jesus. No, that's everything to see in here then. So what's this game about? So we are playing an antique stealer that has been hired by the US government to look into a murder, not to find the killer, but to determine if she has any similarities to a famous historical figure. And no, we have no idea why the government would pay a bunch of money for that, but we do like money, so we're looking to do it anyway. Cheesy toast and scrambled eggs? Oh, it sounds like a nice start to the day right there. Fantastic. Alright. So we've seen everything there is to see. So we know there's a bunch of items.
I don't have a use for a collapsible boat pole at the moment.
And we know there's a bunch of items that he said he would pick up if he had a use for, but he didn't before. So that's interesting. He's not a thief, he's an antiques appraiser. He's like the Antique Roadshow guys. They hire him and say, hey, is this worth anything? And he's like, oh, here's the giant history of this item. It is worth a lot of money. So no, not a thief at all, not a thief. I don't remember from his time. I know the F is future. That I do remember. Let's see. Good morning, Abstractism. How are you doing today? Hope you are doing well. Oh, no, appraiser. No, he appraises antiques and he also buys and sells antiques, but not a thief. He's not a Tomb Raider or anything like that, I promise you. Alright. I must have missed something somewhere, because I don't think I have any items I can use here. See, and I can't inspect any of the items. I don't think I can combine anything I have right now. So let's look at the desk again, see if there was anything we missed in there. Indiana Jones without the whip? He doesn't go through ruins either. That's not a thing. Are both of the drawers decorative?
They look like drawers, but they're
yeah, both of them are decorative. Alright. Did we look at these papers?
Nothing interesting.
No, alright. So, yeah, we saw everything in here. There wasn't anything we could pick up or interact with, aside from the key slot. I don't have anything I could put in there, either. Yeah, I got nothing here. Let's go back to the dresser, see if there's anything we missed there. No, I think we saw what all four of the letters stood for. I just don't remember what they are, unfortunately. Oh, we did look at the... No, we did look at the photo. So we're good there. Is there anything else to see inside the drawers? No, we already looked at the gloves. Same thing there.
These overly large gloves are interesting, but I don't need to take them with me.
Nothing else there. Maybe we can go take a look at the picture of Bianca, the wedding picture. I notice we can't see her hands in this picture, which isn't super unusual by itself. But that could be something if we can put that together. Head back and check out the Future Intelligence Technology Agency. Alright, thank you for that.
A wedding photo of Bianca and Dante Cardolo. She has a striking figure. What I can see of it around that large bouquet.
Coincidentally, you can't see her hands in that photo either. Interesting.
I don't play.
Could still be a coincidence, but that is interesting. Now, let's see. Wasn't anything else here, right?
I've no use for those cards.
We don't need to pick up the cards or anything. Wasn't anything else to see here, right? Florist putty. Oh, we didn't see this.
Florist's putty. The material can be surprisingly versatile. Florist putty can be a useful substance, but I don't have any need for it at the moment.
Alright, so he doesn't want to pick that up either, but we know there is putty in the flowers, should we need it at some point. I missed that last time. Alright. Was there anywhere else for us to look in here? I don't think so. Ooh, that could be a thing. Interesting. What else is there to look at here, then? Is there anything else we need to do with the phone? We need to call somebody? Can we call people? Can we just call the detective?
I don't think Brunetta has any more information for me.
Can we call Professor Reed?
I don't need to call him right now.
How about Amble Dexter?
I don't need to call him right now.
No, we don't need to call him either. Alright. No, we don't have any text messages. We do not. No new search terms either. Alright. See if there's anything else we could talk to the old lady about, I guess. We look at the house window again.
I can't reach it. Besides, the door is much more convenient if I really want to get in there.
Yeah, I suppose.
I've gotten everything I can from Signora Filoni.
No, we don't need to talk to her again. Hi, Dexter. Just wanted to catch up, see how you're doing. How's things? Hope you're well. Good talking to you.
Hello again, Mr. Rector.
Signore Barozzi.
Let's see, was there anything else we could look at closely in here? I don't think there was.
I'm not even interested in the sale.
Can't take his records. Nothing in the display case? No. Can we do anything else with the protester?
I'm not interested in...
No. I know there's the boat pole up there. Everybody says we don't have use for that, which is true. We don't. This was probably the first Grail marker? Oh man, I do love that movie. That is a fun movie. What are we missing here? What did we not see the first time through? Is there anything else we can interact with in here that I forgot about?
I prefer to stay.
See, he doesn't want to interact with the table.
A wedding photo.
Can I interact with anything? Oops, in the wedding photo? No, we can't. I don't
A
think.
wedding photo of Bianca and Dante Cardolo. She has a striking figure. What I can see of it around that large bouquet.
No, nothing we can look at in more detail there.
It doesn't do anything.
I don't know why we can't interact with the sculpture. That's really weird. Chat, do you have any ideas? I am completely run out of ideas here. We have been over everything a couple of times. I don't see what we're missing. There is an in-game hint system that we can use if need be. Right now, I'm just not sure what else we need to be doing. And I can't do the analysis yet, right? Nope, we've got 9 of 13. We still need 4 more data points. So we're missing a pretty significant number. Yeah, I tried interacting with the sofa. He won't sit on it, and that's all he'll do. Nothing else to see there. Oops. What's the plot so far? So we are an antiques dealer who's been hired by a mysterious U.S. government agency to look into a murdered woman, not to find her murder, but to see if she has any resemblance to a historical figure, which is really weird, but we like the money, so we're doing it anyway. Kind of stumped. Can we do something from the data points so far? I don't think so. It says we need to get more. Is there anything we can do with those? Yeah, if we hit analyze, it just says insufficient data, find all data points. So no, I don't think we can do that puzzle until we found every data point based on what we saw before. So we still need to get 4 more before we can actually finish that one off. Let's see, those are data points right there. Nothing else I can interact with in here. Assignment completed, assignment completed. We don't need to do anything with those. And we can't leave Venice right now, so nothing to do there. Well, let's go ahead and try out the hit system then. Let's do it. See if we can get a little hint. Where was it? Here? This is the hint system. If you enter, this will turn on hints for your game. Okay. Find a way to open the secret drawer in Bianca's desk. We know that already. we're aware of that's what we need to do. That was a bad hint. Can we interact with something like the Bible again? I'm worried there might be something hidden in there, but he wouldn't look at it the first time through.
Really not my cup of tea.
No, I just won't interact with it at all. Yeah, where's the chainsaw when you need it? Seriously, or a crowbar, just pry it open. It's a big house, you wouldn't see it. No, you won't even touch the Bible, unfortunately. That was a completely useless thing. We can't interact with the carpet. These are all the hotspots on the screen. So, I'm not seeing much, unfortunately. Let's see.
I can't relax in.
Yeah, he won't sit on the bench or anything. Can't interact with the paintings. Or a head key under the mattress, maybe? Inside of a Bible? Does seem like a decent place. In the nightstand? I don't know. Let's see, do I need to take a closer look at the key slot? Is there anything else? Is that anything? That might be a thing, though.
I recognize that. It's a key slot, probably for a secret drawer.
Yeah, we can't interact with the flower vase. You see here is all the interactable points again. We've looked at everything in here at least once.
That doesn't fit.
So I need to have an item to put in there.
I need the key.
Something broad and flat.
Dance images and more family photos.
Yeah, he doesn't want to look at the paintings close up, unfortunately. And I can only look at one of the nightstands, and he doesn't want to really look at it in any detail, unfortunately. Yeah, we've literally looked at every item. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to take a little peek, see if we can find a guide. Because I really feel like maybe we are missing something. Which is weird, because we can see all the hotspots, so it's not like we missed a location or something. So I think there's a flag that might have got tripped. And we need to find what's changed, is what I suspect we have to do here. So, let me take a quick look right here, see if we can discover something. Let's see. So, yeah, we already figured out the smartphone and everything. Yeah, we already got all of that. Already did all of that. Oh, wait, hang on. I think I'm getting somewhere. No, we didn't get that yet. Alright, there is something we missed here. Yeah, we must have missed something. I've got a suspicion that I haven't actually seen in the walkthrough, but I want to try something here. I've got a guess. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but I want to try this. Can we click on the water again here?
There's something on the bottom of the canal. Could it have fallen from Bianca's purse?
That is long and flat. That could be the key as well. So now I think we can interact with some of those items that we weren't able to touch before. So, yeah, we already did click on the canal before, but it didn't say that last time we clicked on it, which is frustrating.
Hello again, Mr. Rector.
Signore Barozzi.
Like I said, it just tripped a flag at some point, which is frustrating.
I'd like to take this boat pole. Can you put it on my account?
Of course.
Hey, Beanie, I am enjoying my Saturday. How about yourself, Beanie? How are you doing today? Alright, and then there's one other item we weren't able to pick up before that I think might be useful here, even if it is a little silly. Let's check over here.
I don't think Signor Condello will miss this.
Probably not. And now can we combine the boat pole and the putty? Boat pole with florist putty.
It's a boat pole with some florist's putty on the end.
I don't think that would actually work in the way that I think he's going to use it for, but we'll see. How's Moebius so far? It's interesting. It's interesting. I'm invested at least. Yeah, well, I mean, in fairness, he did say it was a collapsible boat pole, so there is that. Florist putty is basically used instead of dirt in some floral arrangements to make sure that you can get all the flowers pointing in the direction you want. Alright, let's see what we got here. There's no chance it's the murdery guy. No, it'd be too easy. Drag the boat pole to move it through the water. Alright.
I have a feeling this brass hook dropped from Bianca's purse. I'll take it with me.
I don't think florist putty would pick up an item from a pole underwater like that. That seems extremely excessive. I got a suspicion that would not at all work. Let's see. Alright, so now we can head back to the Cordolo's home and see if that is in fact the key to the dresser. Or the desk, I should say. Because I'm pretty sure it is. And then we'll see what kind of secrets she had in there.
Ah, and there we have it.
Perfect. Alright, what do we got in here?
Prescription cream for plaque psoriasis. Has Bianca's name on it.
Maybe that's why the gloves? Because she has some sort of skin condition in her hands?
I wonder what this key card goes to. I should find out.
Alright, some sort of access key card. And...
It's a cheap prepaid phone. Who did Bianca need to speak to that she couldn't call on a regular cell phone?
Suspicious.
Let's see who Bianca was talking to. I need to find out who Gabriella is. I'll put this in my phone's contacts.
Alright. So we got some things to work with right there. Let's take a look at the... Oops. Let's take a look at that key card.
Bianca kept this key card in a secret drawer. I should figure out what it opens.
Can I get a closer look at it? I cannot. Let's see. We got burner phones! We got burner phones right here, most definitely. So let's pop into the phone right here. And can we call this Gabriella? Sure, why not?
Pronto?
Am I speaking with Gabriella?
Si, this is Gabriella Spira. Who is this?
I'm calling about Bianca Cordolo. I found your number on her phone.
I thought someone might be calling me. Are you with the police?
I'm an independent investigator. May we meet?
I work near the Doji Palace. There's a cafe on the north side of the plaza. Can you meet me there?
Yes. I'll see you soon.
Alright. Progress. I'd say that's worth a save. So, let's see, save game, new slot. Cool. Alright. Gives herself up immediately. I mean, presumably she's not like some sort of criminal or anything, but we want to know what her connection is the thing. Alright. I like this beat. Very chill.
The Doja Palace dates back to the 14th century. The tourists love it.
Yes, how precise I want to be with my appointment too. When should we meet? Soon. How soon? Soon. Soon.
I've toured the palace before. I don't have time this trip. What a stunning view. There really is no city like Venice.
I wouldn't mind visiting one day.
That must be Gabriella Spira.
Alright, what can we assume about her? Hair and makeup highlight face? She's trying to seduce me. Vain, maybe? Possibly. Touches her hair. Feels insecure. Lean and muscular. Could be a dancer. Not all matches are correct. She's not vain. She's trying to seduce me. No, that's not correct either. She is vain. But she's highly conscious of her social image. There we go. Gabriella Spear is a dancer. She's vain and very concerned with her social image. Gotcha. Gotcha.
That must be Gabrielle.
Alright, let's have a chat then. How soon is now? I love that song. It's so good.
Are you Gabriella Spira?
Si, Signor Hector. You're investigating Bianca's death?
That's right. May I?
Please, sit down.
Now, see, Amplex, you say non-criminals' first question is always, you're not the police, right? But let's be honest, it's 2021. How often would you expect to hear, oh, I'm not with the police, I have a podcast. I've got a murder podcast. Would you like to be on my murder podcast? That does seem like a thing that would come up a lot in the modern days. I wish every one of these characters had they're trying to seduce me. That old lady clearly wanted us. Let's be honest.
About Bianca.
Yes.
Tell me about Bianca's family.
She came from a very important family. Her father is Antonio Savoy. Her mother's father, he was a highly respected magistrate in Venice. Not just anyone can be friends with someone like that. Her family was very, protective of Bianca, but they were very fond of me.
The googly eyes, the graphics are a little low budget in this game, most definitely. Welcome in, Japan. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well.
Tell me about Bianca.
She adored the music. She loved to go to concerts, and she loved to dance.
She continued to dance after she married Dante Cardolo?
Yes, but she only went to the studio to practice when no one else was there.
How did you meet Bianca?
We were in the same dance company. Do you know, we were rivals at first, but I came to love Bianca like a sister. I can't believe she's dead, and to die in such a way, it's horrible.
It certainly is. I'm sorry for your loss.
Now, the facial animations are the one thing that's throwing me. Everything else is completely passable, but the facial animations are not spectacular. Amazing for a story that begins in South Africa in 1987. His mom got eaten by a lion. I still haven't come to terms with that. Welcome in, Tarek. How are you doing today?
Do you have any idea who might have killed Bianca?
No, everyone loved her. She was very sweet, especially when you consider the importance of her family and all her money. She was not vain at all. He must have been, how do you call it, a serial killer. Random.
Yes, that's likely.
That's suspicious that she's like, oh, it's probably nobody that she knows. Probably somebody completely random. Oh yeah, DB Stewart. So there's a prequel comic that we read for this, and when Malachi was a very young boy, his mom was eaten by a lion. That's a thing that happened. It was not a very good prequel comic.
What's the name of your dance studio? I'd like to look up some of your performances.
Would you? I'm so flattered. We have a recital next week. It's La Compagnia Venezia.
Excellent. I'll look it up.
Like, DB Stewart, I can tell you're thinking right now, you're like, well, what was the context for that? There wasn't one. She just got eaten by a lion. Just think that happened. Prologue or prequel? Prologue. You were expected to read the comic before you actually played the game. Yeah, the comic was like 4 pages long, and most of it was his mom getting eaten by a lion. The majority of it was.
Two beautiful young women, best of friends. You knew Bianca better than anyone else, didn't you?
Well, I was her dearest friend. Bianca trusted me with her life.
And with her secrets? What did you know about Bianca that most people did not?
It wasn't anything she told me, but Bianca was very, worried about her looks. She was not confident.
Was there something specific about Bianca's looks that she didn't like?
Oh, I don't know. You know how women are. The slightest flaw. I really don't think Bianca would wish me to speak of it.
I'm not sure I trust this lady either, no.
But I can tell you this. If she'd had more confidence, Bianca could have gone far. Perhaps become the wife of the Prime Minister one day. As it was, she was content to marry Dante and stay in Venice.
She was a trophy wife, but she could have been a bigger trophy wife.
Tell me about Dante Cardolo, Bianca's husband.
She was very happy with Dante. It was her dream to marry a politician. And, well, she liked the attention of the press.
Tell me about Bianca's son.
Paolo. What a beautiful boy. She adored him, of course.
She didn't mind? Having a child while she herself was so young.
Not Bianca. She loved it. In fact, she was expecting another child when she died.
Well, that's news. We hadn't heard that before.
Did you say Bianca was pregnant when she died?
You didn't know? Oh, now I don't know if the family would approve of me saying so.
It's quite all right. I won't tell anyone. How far along was she?
About 3 months. The test said it was a girl. She was so excited. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Sometimes it all becomes too real.
I apologize for upsetting you. I think that's all the questions I have. Thank you for meeting me, Signorina Spira.
Grazia. If there's anything more I can do for you, please call.
I will. Arrivederci.
It sounded like the husband knew, but they were trying to keep it quiet. They didn't want that part in the press. Let's see. Ewitch, welcome in. How are you doing today? I mean, she's her best friend. I'm sure they would have talked at some point. Alright, how many data points do we have now? We've got all of them. Alright, we have all the data points. Time to do the analysis. Yeah, why was she on the burner phone if she was such a good friend? That is a good question. Seriously. Alright, so here's what we have to do. Actually, no, it says we don't have all the data points. I thought it... Oh no, we're missing one. We're missing one data point. Shoot. Alright, well, I bet we have a new map location now, right? Let's make another save real quick. Save game. Overwrite, yes. Oh, it's just gonna keep that name, dang it. Best part of the game so far is the music and the sheer movement sound effects. That is really good. We don't know what's up with the pills. He just mentioned that he has to keep taking them or there'll be trouble. We don't know what kind of pills they are. We don't know what he's taking them for, but he does keep taking them randomly all the time. It's very weird. It's by Phoenix is the name of the company. They're probably best known for a game called Cognition. I'm not sure what else we've done. No, we have no idea what the pills are for. We know he also has some aspirin because he got the shit beaten out of him in the prequel comic, but we're not sure otherwise. Lion repellent, that's possible too. Let's check the map. Yes, we can go to the Dance Academy now. Let's see if we can learn anything else new there. There's a key card reader. That must be what the key card's for. Excellent. Oh, the Tiki Hotel! I love that Sam & Max game. Alright. Hey, Amplex! Thank you for the gift sub to Sky right there. Gift sub number 62. You have been super generous tonight. Seriously, that is really cool of you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're having a good night here as well.
There's no way to even know who that is. How dramatic. I don't know anyone in that shot. Bianca as the cursed princess of Swan Lake. My god, her hands. Overly large and reddened by a severe skin condition. Perhaps that's why Bianca had no more grandiose plans than being the wife of the mayor of Venice. Interesting.
Alright, so Bianca does have large hands that are racked with psoriasis. There we go. We finally know for certain there. That's interesting. Was that the last? No, that wasn't the last data point. I think that's all there was to see here.
I need a record of it, but I don't want to carry the frame with me.
Can I take a picture with the phone? Is it a camera phone?
I need a
There we go, it is a camera
Good.
phone.
Now that's an interesting data point.
Now,
I've learned enough about Bianca now to attempt my analysis.
Alright, cool. We do have enough for the analysis now. So let's do it. Let's run the analysis. What historical figure does Bianca resemble? Bianca's hands were overly large at its skin condition. No match is found, but the rest we can look into. So the other data points are she was pregnant with a second child at age 21. Her dream is to be married to a powerful political man. Her mother was the daughter of a respected magistrate. At age 19, she had a son. Married at age 18 to a 43-year-old politician. She loved to dance and was a talented ballerina. Often referred to as the most beautiful woman in her home city. Family was among the most wealthy in Europe. Husband was unpopular due to his politics. Husband was descended from the same prestigious bloodline as her father. Her father was from two of the prestigious Italian bloodlines, Carpathian and Savoy, and murdered at age 21 by hanging. All right. His emphasis is very strange. He's a weird guy. All right, so let's count who we've got here. So first, we've got Abigail Adams. We have one, two, just the two. Probably not Abigail Adams. Let's count her out. Next, we've got Livia Drusilla, the wife of Augustus Caesar. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, she's definitely in the running. She's in the running there. Let's keep her in for right now. Not emphasis, emphasis. Emphasis. Let's see. Princess Victoria, mother of Queen Victoria. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. 7? That's not bad. We'll keep her in the running for right now. Who else have we got? Anne Boleyn, second wife of King Henry VIII. So for her, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7's not bad. We'll keep her in the running for right now. Cleopatra. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, all right, Cleopatra's another high up one. We'll keep her around. Gorgo of Sparta, the Queen of Sparta. We've got 1, 2, 3. Just 3 for her. We'll take her out of the running then. Who else haven't we seen here? Cornelia Africana, mother of the Gracchi. Her mother was the daughter of a celebrated Roman general. Never heard of her before, but we've got 1, 2, 3. Nope, just 3. We're taking her out. Countess Marie Waluska, mistress of Napoleon Bonaparte. All right, interesting. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 for her. We'll go ahead and take her out. Marie Antoinette, Queen of France. We've got 1, 2, 3. just 3 for her. We'll take her out of contention as well. Who else? Ines Valesco, considered a great beauty and courted by King Philip. Alright, so we've got 1, 2... Just the 2 for her, so she's out. Sorry, Cornelia, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Who else haven't we looked at yet here? We've got Emma Wedgwood, wife of Charles Darwin. We've got 1, 2, just the 2, taking her out of contention. We have Catherine Howard, 7th wife of King Henry VIII. Do we just have the 1 for her? I think... Oh, we had 2. We had 2 for her, but that's not enough. We'll take her out. And we also have Constance of Castile. We've got 1. I think that's it. So we'll take her out of contention as well. Virginia Poe. I think that's the only one of her as well. So we're taking her out of contention as well. All right, we've definitely narrowed it down. I think we've got more than 3, though. Each line gives a different initiation. I think that's because it's saying why they belong in that category, which is interesting. All right, so let's go through again and see who has the least out of the ones we've got. So for Livia Drusilla, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Livia Drusilla is definitely staying in. She's a very strong contender. Let's see. Princess Victoria, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Anne Boleyn, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, we can't knock her out just yet. Cleopatra, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so Drusilla and Cleopatra are looking to be strong contenders right now. Who else can we look at here? There's somebody else we can knock out of this. Gotta be somebody else we're supposed to take out that we haven't already. We've got Drusilla. What are we supposed to take out of this? So Drusilla is definitely staying. Cleopatra's definitely staying. Maybe look at the info. I think that's in the next section we're supposed to do that. I think right now we're just mainly counting. Let's see, so... I think we've only got the 4. So let's make sure I didn't miscount. So Princess Victoria, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. And then for Anne Boleyn, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so those are tied. Maybe some of the links are borderline? Alright, let's take a look at those. So Anne Boleyn. Let's see. Headed at age of 35? That's kind of weak. Definitely from 2 strong bloodlines. The husband very unpopular for his politics, that's true. Wealthy family, sure. Skilled dancer, alright, agreed. Mother was the daughter of an respected magistrate, sure. Commonly held to have been extremely ambitious and power-seeking. Alright, so 6 of the 7 match pretty well. And then for Princess Victoria, got pregnant at 21, sure. Very ambitious, Alright. Mother was a daughter of a count, that fits. Her first son at age 18, that's very close. Married at 17 to Charles, then 40, that makes sense. First husband was previously her uncle by marriage, so that's horrifying. Two famous families. Alright, well, let's try knocking out her then. Alright, cool. So we've narrowed it down to 3. So, now we need to decide which of these 3 fits. So I'm actually going to grab a piece of paper so I can keep tally here. Because now we've got more data points than we did in the last one. It's going to be a little bit harder to hold in my head, I think. Alright, so Cleopatra. Cleopatra. So the first data point, no one matches, which is interesting. Pregnant with her second child at 21, that is not a match for Cleopatra. Dream is to be married to a powerful political man. Sure, that makes that. I mean, it doesn't say it was her dream, so I'm not going to put that one down as a match. Mother was the daughter of a respected magistrate. Sure, that fits. At 19, she had a son, had her first son at 22. Let's see, we're going to call that one a fit, sure. Married at age 18 to a 43-year-old politician. Though not married to him, she became co-regent at 14 with him. That doesn't really fit. Love to dance? No. Famous for her great beauty? Sure, that one fits. Family was among the most wealthy? Sure, she got money, that's sure. Husband was unpopular due to politics? Yeah, sounds like it. Husband was descended from the same bloodline? Oh god, yeah, definitely. Father was from 2 prestigious bloodlines? Yeah, sounds like it. Alright, so we've got 7 matches for her, which is basically what we had before. Oh, alright, so these basically just line up with what we were looking at before. So I think in this case, I don't think we need to actually go into detail on this. I think it's just Livia Drusilla. She seems really close. Pregnant with her second child at 20. Known to be ambitious. Mother was the daughter of a Roman magistrate. Had her first son at a young age for the time, 17. Married at 16 to a 42-year-old. Frequently described as the most beautiful woman in Rome. Came from a very wealthy family. Husband was unpopular for his politics. First husband from the same bloodline. Son, not a daughter, but still, that matches a lot of data points right there. There we go. The closest historic match is Livia Drusilla, wife of Roman Emperor Augustus, but there are 2 significant data points that don't match. So it's not a total match, but it's the closest we're going to get is Livia Drusilla. All right. Let's see. The wife of Augustus Caesar, Livia Drusilla's first marriage was to Tiberius Claudius Nero, a man several decades her senior. While Livia was pregnant with her second son, she met Augustus, who fell in love with her immediately. After persuading or forcing Nero to divorce her, Livia and Augustus married, and her 2 sons were raised at Caesar's own. An ambitious woman, Livia was quite influential on Augustus' rule, unquestioningly contributing to the success as a ruler, including the formation of the Roman Empire. Alright. Do we need to call... Ambledexter now?
I don't need to call him right now.
Apparently not. Let's see, Dax Platinum! Look at this crap! Oh my, holy crap! 35 months, Dax! Thank you so much for nearly 3 years of support there. That is super kind of you, Dax. I appreciate having you around that long. I'm glad you're still enjoying the stream after that long, and it's a pleasure to have you with us. How are you doing today? How's your weekend going? Tell me everything. I haven't actually seen I, Claudius. Is that a good show, Rook? Should I look into that one?
I think that completes my investigation in Venice. I'll let Dexter know I'm done and on my way home.
Alright, I guess now I need to call him.
I'm taking the first flight in the morning. Dexter wants to see me straight from the airport. Won't take a report from the phone. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Big secrets,
Whoa! Oh, hey, those look like the guys that murdered her. Black head coverings? Yeah? Bianca's killers. Gasp! Possibly Chinese?
You could have just asked for an introduction.
Ninjas.
Two men ransacked my hotel room in Venice, and then they ransacked me. They took photos of my passport. Why?
What did the intruders look like?
Their faces were covered, but they were Asian. I'd guess Chinese, but I can't be sure.
I apologize, Mr. Rector. I can assure you that I had no idea you would be in any danger. This was a fact-finding mission, nothing more. Please, if you would be so kind as to tell me what you learned about Bianca Cardolo. Did you make any connection between her and anyone in history?
No.
What?
We were certain there must be something.
A person could make the mistake of associating her with Livia Drusilla. She was the wife of Augustus Caesar. Had a father descended from two prominent bloodlines, the Livy and the Claudi. Her mother was a daughter of a magistrate, and her first husband shared a bloodline with her father's family. She was married at 18 to a much older politician, whose politics were not popular at the time. She had 2 children with him. She was by all accounts wealthy, beautiful, and ambitious. Just like Bianca Cardolo.
So, you do associate Bianca Cardolo with Livia Drusilla?
I already said no. Look at her hands. Augustus appreciated beauty, too much so. He would have never married a woman with a physical flaw like this one.
That's very insightful. Thank you. We would like to continue to work with you, if you're amenable.
No.
I thought the fee was generous.
I want to know what this is all about.
The truth is, I can't trust you. Not yet. Perhaps in time, as we work together. I understand, a man of your intellect, how curious you must be. How frustrating it is not knowing everything you want to know.
I'm not frustrated. I'm done. If you need me again, you know my terms.
Would it matter to you if I told you that your work for us could be of invaluable service to your country and your countrymen? Maybe the entire world?
No.
He does not give a shit, no.
You're not seriously gonna let him go.
I am. We wait. We wait for the pattern. It wasn't her. They thought it was, but it wasn't. Yes, I think she's still out there. We'll do everything we can to locate her. You have my word, Senator.
We can't risk them finding her first.
Give me time. They think she's dead, so they'll be off her trail, at least for a while.
Very well. Keep in touch. I'd like to hear more.
Still working? Won't you come up to bed?
I will, darling. Soon.
Okay. And that's the end of chapter 1, I suppose. Let's make a save here then. Save, alright. Chapter 2. They didn't kill me at least, but it looked like they were scanning the information off of his phone. So I think they wanted to know what he knew, which was interesting. Yeah, they make a big deal of the hands. It's really weird. Yeah, so far the best lore is the fact that his mom got eaten by a lion. That was incredible. Alright, let's keep going. Cairo, Bahariya Road, Egypt, October 2013. Which I believe is when the game takes place. Oops. Military or ex-military? American, British? Is he gonna attack? Expensive car, good clothes, could be carjacking, mugging. That too, also. Likelihood's going down though, I think he's starting to chill.
Need some help?
No, I've already called someone.
I fixed engines in the military. Jeeps and tanks mostly, but, I know my way around. Just trying to help. I think I can fix this. Or I can keep walking.
I'll pay you if you fix it. Otherwise, I'll be standing here all night.
No problem. I'm David Walker, by the way. I'll get started.
Okay, don't offer your hand or anything. Rude!
I think that should do it. Try starting her up.
You go. I have to go straight to the airport, so...
Huh. Why did you just threaten the dude with a gun? I think he's being super paranoid after he got attacked in that hotel. That's basically what I'm thinking.
I should take a look at my dossier on the canopic chest and review my notes.
We catch up on chat then. Yeah, it seems pretty suspicious that you find somebody in the desert, so he was a little worried he was going to get robbed or something. But then they kind of figured out, no, he's not going to do anything like that, and they both chilled out, which is nice. Let's see. Canopic Chest Client. Ready for your transmission on the Canopic Chest tomorrow at 7 a.m. Greenwich. Imperative that both chest and paperwork be authenticated as valid and legal before we confirm bank transfer to Mr. Masri. Alright, we got a new case then. Let's look into that. Let's see. An intact canopic chest discovered at a recent dig by Dr. Samuel Lessing, archaeologist. Believed to be the chest of Horemheb, who was one of Tutankhamun's generals. Horemheb later became a pharaoh himself. Let's see. Examine chest and documents for authenticity. Alright, we can look into that. We don't have anything to see in here. Do we actually have the things to examine in here, or do we have to go somewhere for that? Let's look around here, I suppose.
Here's a general rule. Nothing valuable ever comes in Wicca.
I mean, yeah.
Mr. Masri recommended this hotel, said it was pleasant and right next to his shop. In point of fact, it's a pit. On the other hand, at least I can get a look at his shop before our meeting tomorrow.
That is a good thing at least.
My carry-on bag.
Anything in there this time? Michael landed in the Highway to Heaven. Holy shit, there's a reference I haven't heard in a long time.
I bought this gun in Cairo when I first landed. It seemed advisable after the fiasco in Spain.
That's fair.
I wish I were more comfortable using it. I suppose I'll have to take lessons the next time I'm home. How thrilling.
Ugh, education.
If I'm going out on the streets, I suppose I should take this with me.
Sure, that's probably legal. Nothing else to see in there.
It's a stock photograph blown up and printed at a local print shop, and badly framed.
They can't all be famous works of art, dude. Chill out.
Mr. Masri recommended. On the other hand, I could use some sleep, but I should look around the neighborhood and try to learn something about Masri before our meeting tomorrow.
Spain is from the prequel comic. Basically, some guy wanted to have him appraise his ancient chest, and he's like, actually, this is a forgery, it's not worth anything. And he was kind of a dick about it, and then the guy sent his security guards to beat the shit out of him. So he decided he needs some more security in case he's a dick to more people, and gets the shit beaten out of him again.
That's a closet.
Anything in the closet? We should take a look. Doesn't look like it. There's a wire hanger.
A wire hanger? About what you'd expect in a place like this.
He prefers his hangers to be made out of pure ivory, of course.
I don't have a reason to carry around a wire hanger at the moment.
Alright, so that could be an item we can come back for later. I'll keep that in mind. I think that is everything to see here, though. Oh, we can look at the pillows, too.
The hotel is thoughtfully provided 4 pillows, in case I want to smother myself in the middle of the night.
This guy sounds like a barrel of laughs. Absolute barrel. Siamese. Alright. Wow, this scene is surprisingly low resolution. That's really weird. Are you guys seeing that too? Like, you look at the picture up here, and you look at the umbrella. And then you look at our character here. This scene is weirdly low res. It's very bizarre.
The Seven Wonders Hotel. The first wonder is that anyone stays here.
Quit being a jerk! What the heck? Leave it alone, man. Leave it alone.
Magnificent Cairo. What a fascinating city. Of course, the best parts of it are over there, and I'm over here.
Ugh, the pores. That man sounds like your husband before his tea. I'm so sorry for any time spent before tea.
A public trash can. There's nothing I need in that trash can.
Alright, that's another thing we might be able to look back at later. Oh, we can scroll the screen a bit. Alright, cool. Does that say motor oil?
It's a container of motor oil. I don't have a need for motor oil at the moment.
Alright, so we won't pick up anything that he doesn't have an immediate need for, so we're gonna have to try and remember all this stuff. The Stevie Nicks fans? I hope they're Stevie Nicks fans. Everybody should be, really.
Magnificent Cairo.
No, we already saw that. Crates. It's very
wooden
small.
crates. Impromptu seating? A lorry accident?
Very small interaction point.
That crate can stay where it is. Looks like a private residence.
Well, we're not going to be poking around in anybody's house. What else have we got over here? Anything? An exit to an alley over there. What have we got over this way? Oh, I can double click to teleport. Cool.
I wonder how long that car has been sitting there. Since the Nixon administration, perhaps.
Don't be a jerk! Chill out, my dude.
Cairo Youth Hostel. Thankfully, I've never had to stay in one of these.
Like the commoners. Ugh.
That's Mr. Mosry's shop. Not exactly high-end. I need to learn more about Mosry before our meeting tomorrow, so I can anticipate how much trouble he's going to be.
Alright, we can do that.
It's closed for the evening.
Alright, so we definitely can't go in there for right now. Well, let's check over by the alley in the private residence. Well, it's trash. It's trash I don't want to touch. That's fair. Yeah, too good to pick up motor oil off the street. How the other half live? It's free motor oil. Come on. Come on. I've never actually played the demo for this game, so I couldn't tell you. Let's see. Alright, let's head over to the alley. Seems like a dangerous idea all by itself, but we'll see what's back here.
It's a dumpster for trash.
Alright, nothing interesting in there.
That building has a fire escape.
Alright.
That building has a fire escape.
I can see the ladder going up there too, alright. Could be useful, potentially.
That air vent goes into the bar. I can't reach it.
That could be a thing.
It's a rather old-fashioned light switch.
Alright, can we use it?
That didn't work.
Does nothing. A dumpster for trash as opposed to the other types of dumpster. The kind I imagine he's so rich he imagines the poor is bathe in dumpsters. It's not a bathing dumpster. He really is, and he's not even British. He's originally from South Africa, and he lives in the US right now.
It's a wooden shipping crate. I don't have a reason to do anything with that crate at the moment.
Alright, is there anything else in this alley? Loose wires. Can't even see those, it's so dark.
I can't reach it.
Alright. Object back here.
There's something back there, but it's too dark to see what it is.
Just walk back there and find out. Just walk back there and find out. Just walk back there and find out. You're so lazy. Alright, so I imagine we need to use the loose wires to fix the lights so we can see what that object is, but...
I can't reach it.
But he can't reach it, unfortunately.
I don't have a reason to do...
And we don't have a reason to interact with the crate either. I imagine we have to be looking for something before we can start that puzzle. As a Brit, I disown anything to do with this guy. We've got enough. Fair enough. As an American, we don't want him either, though. Maybe South Africa will take him. We'll have to find out. Oh, there's more over here. We can go further in this direction. Alright, I didn't notice that.
It's just a wooden cart. There's nothing I need to haul at the moment.
Alright. Can we go any farther over here? A little bit. Can we keep going? No, that's as far as we can go.
Lady of the Dunes. That's a bit ambitious.
Don't be mean! Seriously! Let's head into the bar. Please go up to the tough bar that you found in an alley in the bad part of Cairo and order an appletini or something. That would be incredible.
It's a well-used dartboard. It's a little chilly standing right here.
That must be where the vent is. Wait, can we actually play darts? Wow. He's really bad at it, though. He's so bad at it!
Why is my aim off? There's something I'm not accounting for.
Oh, that must be because of the vent.
That little air vent must be overworked trying to cool this entire place. I don't see any way to alter the air vent from in here.
Alright, so the air vent must be messing up his throws. Get this man his tea.
Hookahs are used to smoke flavored tobacco. The smoke is filtered through water before it's inhaled, so there's no nicotine or tar.
That is 100% incorrect.
God knows what tobacco mixes in that hookah. If it even is tobacco. I'll refrain.
Of course he's too good for hookahs, too.
It's probably comfortable enough after a few drinks.
Yeah, seriously, to move darts that much, you need to have some incredible air. Like, you need to be seeing his hair blowing to the side. But no, he's missing by half a dartboard length, and he's like, oh, must be the airflow. That's gotta be what it is, I'm sure. At least to the game's credit, they are having me miss by going to the right every time the direction it's blowing.
Those two look like locals. Perhaps they know something about Masri.
Yeah, what can we learn about them? Guarded, resentful expression. Is missing a rerun of Friends. Yeah, that's probably it. Ex-con, always expecting trouble, sure. It's a bit chilly, also I can't stand upright in this gale force wind. Overly muscular physique. Lifts weights to be tough. Rough hands and scarred knuckles. Frequently gets in fights. Sharp, calculating gaze. He's an accountant. Intelligent, quick thinker. Mouth is always moving, smiling. Liar and a con man. Wearing a nice jacket and a dive bar. Considers himself important. Flashy jewelry. Greedy, likes to show off his money. Hasim and Sa are untrustworthy and motivated by money. Sa is the muscle, most likely an ex-con. Hasim is the brains, always looking to make more cash however he can. Let's see, I shudder to think what his toilet is like if his aim is that bad. Oh no, maybe he's a stormtrooper! That would make sense. Alright, so we're not gonna mess with them just yet.
Let's just say that table suits this bar and leave it at that.
You are such a furniture snob! What the hell?
They serve local beer and liquor.
Makes sense.
I don't want to drink. I need to be sharp for my meeting in the morning.
I need to be a full-on douchebag, not even diminished in the slightest.
The bartender looks like a decent sort. Given his age and bearing, he's probably the owner. Good evening.
Welcome to the Lady of the Dunes, sir. What can I do for you?
So the voice actor is American with no further qualifiers, but his cousin Thomas Q. Napper is British. Huh. Alright.
Is this your establishment?
Yes, sir. For many years.
You must know the neighborhood well, then.
Yes, sir.
I noticed the dartboard. Popular game in here?
For those who can pay. Be careful playing Hasim, sir. He's been playing here for 20 years. He knows all the tricks.
I'll keep that in mind. Do you know Mr. Youssef Masri? He owns a shop down the street.
I know him.
What can you tell me about him?
Nothing. It's better to stay clear of offending that man. But talk to those two over there in the corner. Hasim knows him well.
Thanks for the tip.
Yes, sir.
Alright, I'm gonna see if there's anything else we can do in the alley before we go talk to those guys. Cousin is just an alter ego? I suppose so, but that'd be a really weird career move, I think. Very bizarre. Alright, so head back into the alleyway.
That air vent goes into the bar.
Hint available, that's fine.
I can't reach it.
Can we move the crate now? There we go. Come on, use those antiquing muscles. You've moved more expensive dressers. Push! There we go. Alright.
I can't reach it.
Still can't reach it, though, can we?
That light is casting a shadow on this wall. It's too dark to see it.
Oh, it's too dark. I can't. Alright, let's check out those loose wires, then. I mean, there's a difference between talking to a dude and getting hustled by a dude, I think. Simon is jolly good games. Not as far as I know. I do have, my family tree does go back to Ireland, though.
Those wires are disconnected.
Can I reconnect them? Ah, there we go, there we go. Let's see if that's correct. There we go.
I fixed the wires.
Alright, so first order of business, let's see what that object back there was. A brick!
It's a loose brick.
Lovely! Very generous use of fixed. I mean, I suppose the light turns on. That's a positive improvement. Just puts a brick in his pocket. Just puts a brick in his pocket.
A brick from the alleyway.
Sure. Just put a brick in your pocket.
I can't reach it.
I do that all the time, personally. Alright, climb on the crate. Seamus O'Games, quite possibly. Would be kind of cool finding out, seeing if I could reconnect with family from the old country. That'd be neat. I would enjoy that. Oh, there's a lock on it.
That padlock is old and rusty. It wouldn't be hard to break it.
If only I had a brick in my pocket. Hang on a second, I do. Ah. All right.
It appears to be the on-off switch for the air vent. That switch controls the direction of airflow. Right now, it's blowing air into the bar. It's too rusted, it won't move.
Ah, shoot, we can't just turn it off then.
It's too rusted, it won't move.
Oh, if we had motor oil, maybe. Maybe if we had motor oil, we could de-rust them. Getting ideas here. My brother did a genetic testing, and would you imagine our family tree can be traced all the way back to Africa some hundreds of thousands? Those genetic tests have been generally garbage, as far as telling you where he come from. But that is funny, though. I like that. Alright, so let's get the motor oil now that we have a compelling reason to pick it up. Alright, here we go. Put motor oil is for motorists. Damn it, Ashness, it's an emergency. We're gonna have to improvise.
There's a bit of oil still in it. I might be able to use that.
I mean, the air conditioner has a motor, so technically we're motor adjacent. I'm trying real hard here. Alright, let's get back up there. I have to manually tell him to climb up. Can't figure that part out on his own. Alright. And then we use the motor oil on the power switch.
Damn it!
Oh!
The dial broke.
That's not good. How about the other one? Do you have any oil left?
That should help. It's starting to move. There. I can feel the air coming out now.
Alright, cool. That should basically have the same effect as turning it off as far as the airflow in there, I think. Unless there's some incredible suction now, which is not how these things work, but you never know. Let's go ahead and save the game before we head back in. Save, overwrite, and we'll call this one K-Road Night. Watch out, darts incoming, poor little AC. Oh god, if they just suck the darts in, that would be hysterical. I mean, whoever wrote this does, or he doesn't seem to have any idea how hookahs work. Maybe he doesn't know how darts work either. Created a vacuum in the bar, all three are dead. It's just a black hole now. We super compressed everything into the vents. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to this guy then.
Evening, gentlemen. My name is Rector. Mind if I join you?
Yeah, sure. Sit down. I'm Hasim. This is Sa. What do you need?
Are you from around here?
Oh yeah, I know Cairo real good. You looking for a tour guide maybe? I can show you whatever you like. Good places to get laid, know what I mean? What do you like, Mr. Rector? Women? Men? Boys?
That's not what I'm after. But thanks for the lesson in class.
Jesus!
What? Oh yeah, no problem.
He is so going to get his shit beaten.
Do you know Mr. Yusuf Masri? He owns a shop down the street.
Yeah, I know Mr. Masri. I know him very well. I know a lot of people.
Oh? What can you tell me about Masri?
The thing is, I don't know you. Know what I mean? You know what they say about talking to strangers.
Stop insulting tough guys, Malachi. Jesus.
Do you play darts?
Only a little. Want to play a friendly game? It's $50 a game, US. I win, you pay me. You win, I pay you. What do you say?
I'll play.
Good, very good. Yalla.
Oh yeah, he's a grifter. Let's try one straight on now. There we go. Alright, wasn't perfect, but let's see what he does. Ha!
Looks like I won.
Goddamn mother. What is wrong with me tonight? I don't suppose there's something else I could do for you? Man, I hate to part with cold hard cash, you know what I mean? Is there something else? A man in a foreign country, there's all sorts of stuff you need.
Information.
Sure. I know everything. Just ask.
So he was basically trying to overcompensate for the air blowing out of the vent, but since I turned it from blowing in to blowing out, it just didn't have any effect. Mission accomplished.
Hasim? Sa?
Hey, sit down, Mr. Rector.
Tell me about Yusuf Masri.
You want to know what I know about Masri? 2 words. Be careful. He's a dangerous man. Know what I mean? He'd put you in the ground as soon as look at you, so don't piss him off. Not if you're smart.
That's good to know.
Spoiler, Malachi is absolutely gonna piss him off.
Is there anything else I should know about Yusuf Masri?
If he goes for his top desk drawer, watch out. He keeps a gun in there. Hey, you know what? You need some muscle when you go see a man like that. Me and Sa, we could help you out. We'll do it for $1,000. Better poor than dead. Know what I mean?
I'm not sure we can trust these guys.
That's very generous of you, but I think I'll pass.
It's your neck. Hey, there's a crematorium a few blocks away in case you need it.
Crematorium. That's funny.
I must be going. A pleasure talking with you.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, so we know to be careful of Masri and watch out if he goes for his top desk drawer. Yeah, he's not wrong either. But better poor than dead is a good phrase. I like that. Alright, I think we got everything we need here. I'll check and see if there's anything new in the phone, and then we'll probably see if we can head to bed for the night.
Sounds like a fight. It's coming from the alley.
Well, as an antiques dealer, I should investigate. Whoa, hey! Huh. Is he fighting cultists or something? Oh god, the guy's got nunchucks. Badly animated nunchucks. Oop. Oh, he's screwed. Oh crap! Execution! Why? Don't get involved, he says. Step back. No, help him out. He helped you out. Ooh, can we turn off the lights? What can we do here?
Who are those men? They look serious.
They really do. I can't hit the light. I thought maybe I could turn off the light on him.
It's David Walker, the man who fixed my rental car outside Cairo. They're going to execute him.
No idea why, though.
Maybe I can hide behind that.
Maybe. Is there anything else to see here? Not really. There's not much to interact with here. Alright, move it up. We move it up a little bit. That's a good thing.
That assassin is about to string up a noose.
What do we have? Can we throw a brick at him?
That won't help.
No. Oh, shit! I don't think he needed my help.
There's something on the ground. It looks like a piece of paper.
What did they drop? We won! Yay, we did it. Puzzle solved.
It's a registration card for the local hostel. David Walker must have dropped it.
Where the heck did they go, though? I don't know. Wherever they went, I can't follow.
It's a registration card for the local youth hostel.
We can take a closer look at it. Room number 102. Alright. We do know where there's a hostel. Guy's kind of a jerk and a punk, just gonna watch the whole thing. I think he was trying to think of something he could do, but... You know, he's not exactly much good in a fight, having been, you know, beaten up a couple times already. Went inside to cool off since the AC is now working splendidly. Oh, that's nice. You know, after a fight, sometimes you gotta take a little break. You don't want to get overheated. That would just be tragic. Ah, there is more over here too, dang it. Should have kept walking. For some reason, I was convinced that was the end of the street. Wow, there's a bunch over here. Jesus.
An open-air garbage pit. How convenient. It's such a waste of energy to have to lift a lid.
Be cool. Be cool.
A Roman aqueduct. It connects to the Nile River and was quite the achievement in its time. It's no longer in use, but it's impressive that it's still standing.
What else is there to see here?
That door looks like it's been through a nuclear war. I don't know what's in that building, but I'm fairly certain I don't need to go in there.
Probably. Just covering all my bases here. Can we interact with the door? We can.
Greetings, sir. Would you like a room?
No, I just thought I'd look around.
I'm sorry, but you can't enter unless you're staying here. I need to see a registration card.
Here's my registration card.
Go on through. Have a nice evening.
Guess we're just breaking into the guy's room now. Oh, there he is. Let's look around first and we'll talk to him.
They certainly know how to pack the bodies in here. This must be a slow time of year. It looks like David Walker is the only one staying in this room. A light switch. The Eye of Ra. Very atmospheric. That's the backpack Walker had on when we met in the desert.
Alright, what can we assume about him? Grown out crew cut. Recently left the military? Evenly muscled physique. Works out very precisely. Calloused palms and fingers. Experienced gunman? No. Does heavy weightlifting. Had a very physically demanding job? No. He's in left prison. No. Let's see, ex-military. Has a physically demanding job. And experienced gunman? There we go. David Walker was in the military for an extended time, but has recently left, most likely for a personal reason, and hasn't yet shaken off the habits of that lifestyle. Now, the graffiti is not spectacular in here.
David Walker. I suppose I could have done more to help him back there, but he survived, didn't he? I wonder why those men were trying to kill him. I suppose I should try to learn something about this man while he's unconscious.
Why? Oh god, we're just... That's super creepy.
His dog tags read Captain David Walker. If I'm not mistaken, black tags are used by special forces.
Alright, we got a new search topic in the phone. Let's check that out then.
I wonder if he has a middle name.
Alright, so too much results for that. We had to narrow it down. Canopic chest, used by the ancient Egyptians. Canopic chest stored the canopic jars in which certain organs from the body were placed during the mummification process. This was done in accordance with the belief that one's body needed to be perfectly preserved for the journey into the afterlife. The first canopic chests were simple and wooden, but they became more elaborate over time, particularly those created for the pharaohs. One of the most famous is King Tutankhamun's canopic chest, which was stolen from the Cairo Museum in 1992. Man, this is super uncomfortable. Why is he just rooting through the dude's shit? Samuel Lessing. German archaeologist Samuel Lessing is best known for his scholarly work on King Tutankhamun. His research, translation work, and close study of artifacts from King Tut's tomb have contributed greatly to the body of knowledge on Egypt's most famous ruler. Lessing began his field work while studying at Oxford, later in Cambridge, taking part in some of the most notable discoveries in the field at the time and quickly building his reputation early in his career. His name has even become known to the general public for his discoveries, and his 2 books on King Tut. His reputation was tarnished in 2007 by accusations from the Egypt Historical Society over the authenticity of a selection of artifacts presented to them by Lessing, but those charges were later dropped. And we've also got one on Horemheb, the last pharaoh of the 18th dynasty. Horemheb was born a commoner but rose through the military and political ranks throughout his life. Among other positions, he was an advisor for King Tutankhamun and commander-in-chief of the army, as well as the young pharaoh's officially recognized heir. Well, let's go through the shit then, because apparently that's where we're going. Yeah, let's just go through the shit. Sure.
That's quite a knife. Little good it did him tonight, sitting in his backpack. I suppose it would be rude of me to take it. Besides, I'd probably hurt myself.
You are pretty inept, this is true.
A small grappling hook. I wonder what he uses it for. I don't need to take that hook.
Not big into grappling, this is true.
Walker's passport. David Livingston Walker. He's from Indiana.
Alright, there we go. Let's go back and see if we can search now.
He certainly looks the part of a hero, but you can never tell.
Let's see. Two-time Medal of Honor recipient Captain David Walker rescues a child. June 18th, 2009, AP reports of another firefight in Iraq had a silver lining today when photos surfaced of a U.S. combat unit defending a charity children's hospital during the attack. Though the hospital does not appear to have been a target of the insurgents, it was very much in the crossfire. Many lives would have been lost if not for these American soldiers who secured the hospital and got the children to safety.
You're awake.
Who... You? What are you doing here?
I, saw you get attacked in the alley. I wanted to make sure you were all right.
Why?
You were helpful. With the car, I mean. One good deed and all that. So, do you think you'll survive?
Seems like it. Thanks for checking on me, I guess.
You're welcome.
Hopefully he doesn't notice that his backpack's open, because it's still open. Let's see. Rex says, I should learn all about this guy while he's conscious. Perhaps I should take... I'm kind of surprised he didn't decide to root around in his pocket for his wallets and whatnot.
Who were those men, and why did they attack you?
I don't know. I don't know who they were. I was just walking around the city. I'm obviously American. They could have been attempting to take me hostage.
With a noose? You don't believe that?
No, I don't.
You backpacked into Cairo. What are you doing in Egypt?
I'm just a tourist. I'd like to see as much of the world as I can before it's completely gone to shit. And you?
Work.
Ah.
Where are you from?
Indiana, USA. Been a long time since I've lived there, though. You?
I live in New York.
Huh. You don't sound American.
No.
He's not going to explain that either.
You weren't a military mechanic.
I was trained to repair engines, but that wasn't my primary function, no.
Army Ranger? Navy SEAL?
U.S. Army. Special Forces.
Green Beret. They rarely travel alone.
I am no longer in the military. I'm on my own.
So, Uncle Sam isn't feeding you. What do you do for money?
I do odd jobs here and there. I rarely stop moving for long.
Have you ever done security work? Bodyguard, that sort of thing?
In the military, we secured a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm Rambo now.
I'd like to hire you for a security job, if you're interested.
That depends on what I'd be securing.
I need to see a man here in Cairo. He's unsavory. Chances are good I'm going to disappoint him. I could use backup.
You watch those guys beat the shit out of me and you want to hire me for security?
You put up a good fight. And you're still breathing.
There is that. What are you seeing the man for? What's your business?
I appraise antiques.
I had no idea the antiques business was dangerous.
When there are millions of dollars involved, it's always dangerous. It's just this one job. I'll pay you 1,000 US.
I'll do it, but I want the cash up front.
Done. And it's Mr. Rector.
Yes, sir, Mr. Rector.
We both should get some sleep before tomorrow. Meet me outside the Seven Wonders Hotel at 8 a.m.
All right, Mr. Rector. I'll be there.
I should warn you. Someone told me today that the man I'm going to see, Mr. Masri, keeps a gun in his desk drawer.
Good to know. I'll keep my eye on him.
All right,
It's getting late. I'd better get to bed. I have that meeting with Masri first thing in the morning.
All right, is it morning now? I don't know.
I don't have time. I have to...
Yep, it's morning now. Alright, cool. I don't think anything's changed around here. We'll make the gun our active item just in case. Oh, we should save too. If we get the chance now. As he goes for the pills again.
Good morning, Mr. Rector.
Mr. Walker?
I'm ready when you are.
Minolia, thank you for the follow and welcome in. How are you doing today? Yeah, I'm wondering. I feel like there's some different ways this chapter could have played out. And I'm kind of interested what the different possibilities look like. But for right now, I do not know. Let's see. Let's save here, overwrite, and we'll call this one outside Moebius. Cool. Alright, let's see if we need to talk to him any.
I've already explained the situation to him. Now I just need to get to my meeting with Masri.
Alright.
This is it. Ready?
Lead on, McDuff.
Welcome. You must be Mr. Rector. I am Yusef Masri.
Greetings, Mr. Masri. This is my associate, Mr. Walker.
Sir?
I assure you, it was not necessary to bring a bodyguard.
That's my prerogative. I see you have the chest all set up for me.
Whenever you are ready, Mr. Rector. I'm sure you will find the chest is exactly as I described it.
Alright, we'll take a look around a little bit before we go for that.
That statue looks Third Dynasty. Possibly authentic. But I'm not here for the statue. A cheap replica of a statue to the Egyptian goddess Bast.
Alright, so he's got some things that look authentic and some things that very clearly aren't. So that means this could be anything. Misdirection? Oh god.
Floor pillows are common in this region, but I'm not a fan.
I like floor pillows. They're very chill.
It looks like Zabib, an anise liquor. That stuff will delacquer your teeth. It's a serviceable desk, nothing special, except perhaps what Masri keeps in it. Yusuf Masri, the seller of the canopic chest. This is the first time I've had dealings with the man.
Ooh, lost! Congrats on the all-in! See if we can make some assumptions here. Sweat on forehead. He's anxious about something. Tight jaw in his own office. Has deep-seated rage. Embroidered expensive clothing. Big ego protects the image of success. Masri enjoys making displays of his wealth, but something about this room or my visit is making him anxious, and he doesn't enjoy not getting what he wants. Yeah, this guy's dangerous. Ooh, Luna! Congrats on the all-in as well. 2 all-in wins in a row.
The decorative grille doubles as security bars. No doubt they're a necessity in this neighborhood.
I think that's pretty much everything I need to see. Let's start in on this.
That's the canopic chest Masri's trying to sell my client. At a cursory glance, it looks legitimate, but I need to make a closer analysis.
Alright. Let's get in there. Alright, so there's the figures. What do they look most like? They do look like the Tutankhamun ones, I think. Call that a match. Let's see, the handles... Rope and ring handles. Found on King Tutankhamun's chest, so those look like Jit as well. Let's see, the hieroglyphics. What do those look like? I don't see an exact match on there. But they do look like the Tutankhamun card. Oh yeah, I see at the bottom. They look like the Tutankhamun cartouches. Let's see, the marble Looks like Egyptian calcite. And the gold border looks like the canopic chest of Tutankhamun. The chest is genuine, but not belonging to Horemheb. It is the stolen canopic chest of King Tutankhamun, taken from the Cairo Museum in '92, defaced as an attempt to pass it off as Horemheb's. So it's legitimate, but it's also stolen. That's not gonna make him happy. Oh, jeez.
The canopic chest is genuine. It was created during Egypt's 18th dynasty, approximately 1323 BC.
You see? What did I tell you?
However, it is not, as claimed, a chest similar to Tutankhamun's chest. It is, in fact, Tutankhamun's canopic chest, which was stolen from the Cairo Museum in 1992.
That's not true.
The thieves tried to disguise the chest by adding the Horemheb cartouche to the side and staining the headdresses on the jaw stoppers. For this defacing of a priceless and irreplaceable artifact, Mr. Masri and his accomplice Samuel Lessing should be taken out and summarily shot. Of course, that's just my recommendation.
Thank you, Mr. Rector. I'll notify the Cairo authorities.
Oh shit.
You are mistaken, Mr. Rector. I have paperwork that proves it.
No!
You do not want to fuck with Mr. Rector.
Good. Very good. Well, I think that about wraps it up.
Get out!
Gladly. Enjoy your prison term. Let's go, Mr. Walker.
Stop being an asshole to dangerous
Holy
people!
Shit, Rector. You tore that guy a new one. You do know how completely infuriating you are, right?
I didn't hire you to critique my methods, as if you could.
Hey, I'm complimenting you. That was awesomely badass. How do you know all that stuff? And oh god, the look on his face. I've never seen anyone turn green before, but he was, honest to god, the color of asparagus.
Overcooked asparagus. Canned.
The chest was stolen from the Cairo Museum in 1992. The thieves tried to disguise it by staining the headdresses, for which they should be summarily shot. Jesus, his face just kept falling and falling.
Oh god, what?
No, not that one.
Those were the same guys who attacked me last night. I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell they want with me.
That's the same boot print as the guys that came after him before. Yeah. I suppose?
We need to get out of here. I don't want to spend the next 6 months in lockup in Cairo.
Right. I guess we should split here. It's been a pleasure, Mr. Rector. Good luck.
Wait.
Interesting, interesting. Turn down the audio a little. There we go. Oh, we get caught up on shit. Bollywood moves. That was a very badly choreographed fight scene. Holy crap. Hey, G Pudding, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, the attempted hanging tells us nothing. What the hell? What the hell? Alright, so let's go ahead and make a save here. Let's see, where are we saving here? Chapter 2. Let's make a save here. Alright, and we'll call this Chapter 3. Alright, Chapter 3, When You Know Who I Am. So, what are you guys thinking of the game so far? Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying watching it? This main character is pretty insufferable, but the puzzles haven't been terrible so far. You liking it so far, Luna? Excellent. Tutankhamun liked ducks, did he? That's kind of cute. I like ducks. They're adorable. Completely digging the story? It's annoyingly good. You're enjoying it? It's a nice change. Excellent. It's a bit derpy. Yeah, it is. The main character is a little bit insufferable. And some of those flagging issues with the puzzles were a little weird. Interesting story so far. Yeah, I'm kind of invested in seeing where this is going. Chris, thank you for the posture check. I do need that. Thank you. Oh, God. I was getting a little tense in some of those parts. When it did the overhead shot in the fight scene, I thought they were going to make me get involved in the fight. I'm like, this is a point and click. I don't have to fight all of a sudden. Oh, Chris, thank you for the posture check. I appreciate that. Let's see. You really like ducks? His sandals had ducks and he had duck-shaped jewelry. Oh, that's amazing. I never knew that before. Certainly has adult themes. It does. It's pretty grim so far, but still has a nice sense of humor, which I appreciate. However, I think this is probably where we're going to want to stop for the night. This is good progress, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's another, 90 minutes for another episode? I don't really want to do that much tonight. So we will be back to this tomorrow. Tomorrow night, or tomorrow, whenever it is for you. Tomorrow at the same time, we will be back playing some more of this. We'll see if we can get another couple chapters done. See if we can figure out more about the mystery of who these assassins are, who this David Walker guy is, what that government agency wanted with us. We got a lot of questions right now and not a lot of answers. It is that time again, John. This is correct. Oh, sorry that duck quacks. Good to see you, though. Hope you're having a good weekend. But wait, don't go anywhere. This is correct because we do have a little bit of business to do before we call it a night. And as always, that bit of business is... Let's see who all else is online so we can find somebody else to hang out with if you are not done watching Twitch for the night. Make sure to hit follow, of course, before you do anything. That'll be the quickest way to find me tomorrow, if indeed you do want to hang out with me some more tomorrow. I'd love to have you all here, of course. And while I'm looking to see who all is online right now, there are some links in chat you might want to check out if you haven't seen them before. We have a link to my Twitter if you want to see what I'm up to outside of the stream. We have a link to my YouTube if you want to get caught up on any of the games we played in the past, or if you're going to want to get caught up on this game as we move through that. And we have a link to my Discord if you'd like to chat with any of us outside of the stream. We would love to have you there, and everyone is welcome in there. Now, we do have a couple of options today. Where do we want to go now? Where do we want to go today? You know, let's say hello to somebody that we do not get to see all that often, who is playing a game that I do love very dearly, and it looks like he might actually beat it tonight. So folks, I would absolutely love if you would join me as we go raid none other than Broken Crow. He is a very cool streamer. You've probably seen him in here before. He plays a lot of detective-focused games recently, and today he is playing one of my very favorites of all time, Deadly Premonition. He's never played it before. This is his first time, and it looks like he's going to beat it tonight as well. So if you want to see someone else's reaction to the insane endings of that game, why don't you come over there, say hi to him, hang out for a little bit, throw him a follow if you like what he's doing. But of course, if you've got other things to do, I will just say as I always do, have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at in the world. And I will see you folks tomorrow for some more Moebius Empire Rising. Take care till then, everybody.